Three. Wait. Three.
No Dennis again?
Nah. Alright, we're live now. Three, two, one.
Oh, we're live?
Bam. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's just breaking episode 30, and we got a new person from a new region in Canada, baby. We got the missing link in Canada, Manitoba, baby. We got Ifrit from Winnipeg, representing Kybalion. And are you good as well?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not in Dangerous Goods.
Yo, I botched
That'd be sick, though.
Yo, what's good, bro? What's good, Ifrit?
I'm good, man. How are you guys?
We were blessed.
Yo,
we made it to episode 30, yo.
I know, that's huge. You guys have been doing this for a while, too.
Yo, James, when did we start?
Too long.
Do you remember?
We started last year, was it November?
Okay, so we need 4 more months before we hit that anniversary date, yo. Shit.
Yeah, it was like November, October. No, what? Yeah, it was like beginning October, because then we had the Halloween episode.
Oh, yeah, true. But here we are, episode 30, and we got, we keep on getting Toronto mans, bro, but we gotta mix it up, yo. I know we got someone from Vancouver, but we gotta get everyone from, and we got one from Calgary as well, but we gotta...
Yeah, you had Saya too. Yeah,
we did.
Oh, for sure, man.
Yeah,
well, thanks for having me, guys.
I remember in that Saya episode, I got Manitoba mixed up with Calgary, yo, fuck. or Alberta.
This is a no geography podcast. No research, no geography podcast.
Just straight out the hop, man.
All freestyle.
Mm-hmm. Shit, yo. Damn, yo. So, yo, what have you been up to, yo? What's the Manitoba scene like right now, or Winnipeg?
Yeah.
Right now, I don't know, man. I'd say it's going through it like, that refresh that happens every once in a while where a lot of people kind of drop off, and then there's the people that were going hard in it, and then you get all the little new gens and all that kind of stuff.
Damn. So
that's kind of what's...
how many breakers are even in Winnipeg? I feel like there isn't that many.
I want to say there's like a solid... We'll say there's like a solid 12, 15 on a good practice day.
Oh, fuck.
Right? There's a lot of people that can break, but not a lot of people that do.
Damn, so
it's
you'll be
good.
Honest, yo, would you say that you're the best in Winnipeg?
Man, you gotta put me on the spot like that.
Talk to him, dog.
I'm good. We'll just say that. I feel my movement, and there's a lot of great people in Winnipeg, good talent and stuff. There's this guy Marian that's got some like sick movements and stuff, but I'd say on a good day we're gonna fucking...
Yo, just so you know, we only get the top dogs of each scene on the podcast.
We only get the top dogs.
Yeah, you hear that, Winnipeg?
Oh my god.
You hear that?
Only the best of the best.
Yo, if y'all don't know, Ifrit, bro, he made it in Skillz O meter one year, man. He had a fucking nasty round.
Man. That was a crazy 7 days, man. Yeah, no, man, Skillz meter is a really great jam, and it's super dope what they do every year. But that year, man, it was like I got there, and we celebrated that we were there, and then I got trashed for like 4 or 5 days, and I was only sleeping during the day, and my homies had to like bring me water and fruit and stuff at night. I remember my guy. You're back.
Yeah,
man, it was crazy.
Yo, if y'all don't know, if you made it to top 16 in Skillz O meter, bro, that meant something, especially back then, bro, because it was hard as fuck to make top 16 in Skillz O meter.
Yeah, it was a tough bracket. That particular year, it was interesting. They split all the participants up between 2 ciphers. I can't remember who was judging the other one, but I had Casper, and we went first from what I remember. And I remember Anton was in my like little cipher that we were doing, and then I blacked out. And then me and Spy were standing off to the side, and they were gonna call the last person. And I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be you, man, because like you killed it, and you're you. It's gonna be sick." And then it was me, and we just looked at each other, and then that was pretty much it. True. And then I wasn't watching what Frankie did, and then I didn't do power. So
you didn't even watch.
No, I was taking my sweater off as he does his power. I didn't see it. And then I watched Charles's footage after, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he did power? No way, no way."
I think it's like that though. It's like, especially if you don't expect like something to happen, you kind of like you're living in the moment. You're not really thinking about what your opponent is doing. Because I know when
No, yeah.
I know when I battle, like most of the time, if I'm battling someone, like you're like, I was like, oh shit, I'm battling this guy. I don't really know what they're doing because like I'm just too much in my head, like thinking of what I'm gonna do, kind of thing.
No, for sure, man. I'm a bit of the same way in that regard, where like I kind of phase out the person in front of me, and I'm more just like focused a little bit on what they're doing, but piecing together what I'm doing, and then it's your turn to go, and you're like, well, I didn't figure it out, but we'll see how this goes.
True. Yeah, and I think usually it comes like it's the more you battle, the more you're able to like see what they're really doing, and then like kind of counter, or like if you're like the type of Bboy that likes to respond back, whatever kind of thing.
Yeah, especially when you study your opponent, like if you do an exhibition or something, you could create different counters for them, and then that's always fun to, because then you can like lure people into doing certain things, and you're like, well, that was my trap card, so here we go.
See, yo, this is why the scene, we're pushing this shit, bro. We want the scene to do more exhibition battles, bro. I think that's the future for the battle scene in breaking, yo. I think the top 16 tournament shit, that's like kind of old shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's always fun to trade blows in a bracket and for lack of better words, have your shit judged by a bunch of people, which is cool. I mean, like that's been my whole MO this past bit, but I'm starting to feel the exhibition. Like the best jam I've ever been to is, not to toot our own horn, but was the Kybalion jam that was held in Toronto, I guess the anniversary. And that was like all ciphers and all exhibitions. And it was just like, wow, that was, and food, like tons of food. Man, I've never been so well fed and been at a jam.
Oh shit.
You know, so it was.
James, didn't you exhibition battle on that one? Or
me and Jamal battled the dudes from Chicago. I can't remember his name. I think it was
Shaggy? Someone else.
I can't remember the other guy's name, but yeah. I think it took like the first 2 rounds, and then after that, it's like we kind of played into their game, and we just kept going. And it's like, are we gonna finish this shit? Like, I'm tired.
Yeah, that's how exhibitions go, my man.
Yeah,
just, I'm like, done.
Where did the judges tell us to stop?
Maybe you stop when you want to stop, son.
Yeah, you gotta go and throw in the towel, man.
Yeah, I also remember Dennis was also in the exhibition battle too.
Yeah,
he was. He battled Utah, didn't he?
I was definitely out. I wanted to go, but I was definitely out that time. I remember.
Sadly. Yeah, yo. He took out my boy, my struggles companion.
Oh yeah, Utah.
Fuck that guy. Yeah, fuck that guy.
What? Yo, you want to air?
Oh, yeah, he's in Kybalion too.
Right now?
Oh no. I'm just talking shit.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah,
Speaking of a podcast, he has a podcast and he goes in. He talks mad shit.
Oh, Utah has a podcast?
Yeah, he has like coffee break or something. Supposedly he made like Shigekic's sister cry. He was talking so much shit.
Oh man, that's intense.
He's ruthless, bro.
Yo, we think we're ruthless. Yo, he's like on another level, yo, in the Japan scene.
Yeah. And they're like polite, you know. It's like, you know, Japan, you know, everyone's nice, and he's just like, yo, fuck that shit.
A villain in the scene, bro. That's how it is.
Just gotta break hearts and go off, I guess. I don't know. I just like to dance.
For sure. One of the major topics we got is, how'd you get into Kybalion? But before we get that, how'd you get the name Ifrit? Because I just remember you always like. Oh, man. I think you used to be called Temps, right? I remember when I went to.
Yeah.
Your first Bboy name was Temps, I think. Yeah, it was a long time ago.
Crazy. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Explain your names, yo.
You know, because like the Calgary guys known me when I was Temps, so they call me Temps, and then like it's always nice hearing that from time to time because I always kind of forget. But yeah, Temps was my first one, right? And
what does that mean, Temps, to you?
So it was just like temperature, like hot, you know, like going off. Yeah, it was like pretty silly, man. It was pretty silly, and man, but I had that for the longest time, and then I got into this crew, Paranormal Pandas, in Winnipeg. That was like, yeah, they were running it for a while here. It was like them and DGC. Yeah, so I got into there, and then so like I could like polish off the alcohol back in the day pretty well. So then they nicknamed me Princeton the Polisher, and that's where I got Prince from. Right? So then I entered Skillz Meter as the Prince, just as a fun game. And then I made it, and I was just like, oh shit. And that was just kind of like, when I joined Skillz, it was just a huge, like, whatever. Like, man, I was trashed out. I was so sick leading up to it, and just like kind of everything that happened and making it, you know, I was not in the state to compete, but I was just uniquely being me to the fullest, and it seemed to work. So like from then I was just like, man, I'm gonna redub myself like the Prince or Prince. And then I got down with a couple more with my homies here in Winnipeg, and we created this crew called God Sent Wolves that revolves around kind of like our philosophy for breaking that we use to kind of help organize it and all that kind of stuff and create movements. And then like my name was Ifrit right from there, and then I kind of just picked that up after a while because I didn't just want to be like the Prince. I started to like develop that method and way to like utilize these tools to create movement and kind of help organize my breaking. Started to get really good at that. So then I didn't want to just be called like the Prince or have like the Prince Temps. So I was just like, well, I need a Bboy name, so I guess I'll make it Ifrit.
I think
and now it's just like
name, if y'all never play Final Fantasy or know anything about gods or whatever, Ifrit, bro. I think Ifrit's like an Indian god, right? The fire god. Or am I thinking of something like that?
Ifrit's it's from I think. Hold on here. I don't want to get it wrong.
Different.
I don't want to get it wrong because like I got it because like man I love Final Fantasy. I play all that shit. I play all that shit wild.
Dude, that was one of my favorite summons in Final Fantasy. Yo, James doesn't know shit about this. I don't think.
No, I'm not into the nerd stuff. I'm about to touch Final Fantasy VII Remake soon.
Oh shit!
Oh man!
Oh my god!
It's on the.
Talk about it, bro. Fuck it. Let's do it. It's so good.
No, it's so spoiled.
But it's a demon from Islamic mythology. But yeah.
Okay. The Ifrit.
But yeah.
It's a demon,
You can go into all that shit later if you want. But yo, Final Fantasy VII Remake, man, I cannot recommend that enough, James, man. That's a good one. That's a good first one.
Final Fantasy Remake, bro, that game is like that was game of the year for me in like
2020.
Dude, it's so
because I know Mark has been I only got it because it was free on PSN, and Mark has been like
shit free?
Yeah, it was crazy. Fucking so Mark, this guy in my crew, he bought it 3 times full price. He liked it so much. He bought it like once. He bought it once and then it took he bought it on Amazon. It took too long, so then he bought it on the PSN store, and then he bought the special edition.
Damn,
yo, Mark, it's the same fucking game.
This is the same guy that spent over $1,000 on Genshin.
Holy smokes, man!
Yeah, Mark's
that's
funny,
a ton of money.
I remember he was one time. Oh, we're gonna talk shit about Mark right now. But
I don't know. Mark is in James' crew. Is James' crew's member?
I love Mark.
All right.
My bestie, yo. So this guy, he
addictions.
Oh, he has an addiction. This guy fucking he was telling us about his budget. Like he got a job and he's like, yeah, it's my budget. So it's like I want to say this much amount of money for clothes. Okay, this much for food. Okay. He's like, yeah, like this much for video games. Like $400. He's like, yeah, I want to spend like $400 a month on video games. I'm like, yo, wait, what did you just say? Like, like, wait, hold up. Are you fucked?
I mean, I guess at least he's got a budget, you know?
A budget, yo. A budget.
But damn.
At least it's like, I mean, yeah, at least he's like, you know, trying to have like restraints. Because he knows that addiction. He's going to fall. It could be worse.
That's crazy.
What's the most you ever spent on a video game? Or like most money you spent on something like that's bullshit?
Yo, video game? Fucking dick, man. Holy fuck.
Wait, say that again. It cut off a bit.
Destiny.
Oh, Destiny. Okay.
Yeah?
I was a sucker for Destiny. I didn't do any like cash shop stuff. I was always sucker for pre-ordering the DLC, always believing that it was going to change. That game had me. It had me, man, for so long.
Dude, I was one of those people that were like waiting outside in the cold in line for fucking Call of Duty when it first came out, like a fucking idiot.
No, like World at War, like MW2, MW3, like that kind of shit, right?
Yeah. Like back in the day, like you're just standing at midnight at fucking GameStop, just cold as shit, fucking November.
Dude,
but
that game, those games were like, especially when it was MW2 and Black Ops, bro, that was like high school for me, bro. That was like, dude, like people in my grade, they were like, bro, we got anniversary. We had wars on that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
it
man.
actually mattered back then, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, we would be lined up, and then people drive by and be like, "Fucking losers, get a life!" And then we're like, "Fuck you, we're playing Call of Duty. What an idiot! Like, this guy's gonna go home. This guy's gonna go home and watch TV or some shit. We're gonna play Call of Duty. What an idiot!"
Damn.
My dad's missing out, man.
Yeah, man, it worked out. I'm still
True.
playing Call of Duty to this day.
Till this day, bro. Yeah, I need to re-download Warzone. Yeah, I got downloaded. It's too much space, but it's a
Dude,
fun game.
it's so sweaty now.
Man, it's so big.
It's so sweaty now. I can't play it.
Really?
Yeah?
I can't.
Man's just getting angry on there again, or what? I guess people are always going off on Warzone, but...
I'm very angry at Warzone.
Damn. Yeah, for me, I
The
spent like,
Rager.
I think I spent over like $600 on this game called Maplestory. I know my Asian friends can you
My guy!
yo.
Yo, fucking Windia, bro, what's up?
Yo, India, bro. Yo, I think I was Scania, and and then after that, Scania was way too populated, and I just switched to like Demetrios or whatever, some like shit world. But bro,
Yeah.
I spent $600 in that fucking game, man.
Nerds.
You just get like the NX cash and just ball out, man.
I didn't buy like the waste shit. I just bought the shit that got me real in-game money, just to be more competitive, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
So I
Yeah.
guess you could say I use it in a smart way, but how smart can you get spending money on this bullshit? Yo?
I guess so, man, you know? It made you happy at the time, though, so I guess that's all that counts.
Just like time, bro. Time you enjoy wasting is time well spent. Yo, time, money that you enjoy wasting is money well spent, son.
Yeah, 100%, man.
But damn,
Yeah,
bro.
I guess I don't have like a ton like that, but I remember I returned like maybe 20 video games, like old PlayStation 2 games. They got like an Xbox 360 game.
Oh, that's
Like I think
yeah,
I returned like
that.
20, and I only got like $100 worth of like EV games.
Yeah, that's how they fuck you, man.
Scam, man.
That's how they scam
I
you.
actually got fucked. I was like, yo, I get $100. That's so much, and it's like fucking like a G worth of video games. I just wasted.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Now-
I
you
wish
trade
I had
in.
it back. Yeah,
Man. Yeah, no, that's how it is, bro.
Yeah, but I
it
guess.
is what it is, bro.
Alright, yo, enough gaming talk. Let's go back to breaking, baby. So, Ifrit, yo, describe your style to everyone. Like, how would you describe your style, and how did you develop your style, and how did you get into breaking?
Mm-hmm.
That's a
Oh,
loaded
man.
question.
Yeah, I guess first. How did you get
a-
into breaking? How did you get into breaking? Yes,
Yeah.
Alright.
How did you get into
like,
breaking?
"Pop, pop, pop, pop." How'd I get into? Yeah. I got into breaking around like high school, and I guess like as every person is, you're looking for that group to kind of like chill and hang out with and stuff.
Mhm.
Anyways, this group that I was kind of doing that with, they started breaking a bit, and then I was super whack. I was whack for the longest time, but I
Yeah,
really
you
liked it. Yeah, like I loved it. I loved trying to move and like power and all that kind of stuff. And then they just stopped, and then I found the community. I actually found like Bob and them and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, for sure. Like
Our boss, Boob Jester.
Yeah, shout out
to our boss
Shout
in
out.
Red Bull, yo.
yeah.
Let's
No, Bob definitely paved the way for me to like kind of better understand what breaking is and all that. And then obviously like all the friends and stuff that I made along the way, I guess. And then eventually through that, I just became so into the community, holding jams and stuff and like practicing with people that I kind of didn't really think about it. And then after a while, I guess I kind of wanted to get a little more serious, but I don't know. So that's kind of how I got into breaking. Just like some friends from high school. It's
Yeah,
kind of
it's like-
boring,
Kinda
just
like
like
how
a
it's
typical.
basically like how I did or whatever, basically with Bobby or whatever.
Yeah, no, for sure. Just like a gateway through some friends in high school, and then I found the community, and then first person I got in touch with was this guy Don in Toronto, and then that's how I met Tafia, and then Tafia linked me with like everybody in Toronto that I kind of know now,
Mm-hmm.
and that's kind of how it went there.
True. So like I guess like when you first started, what kind of moves did you wanted to learn? Like, did you have an idea of like what kind of style you wanted to make, kind of shit?
Yeah, like, man, I guess when I first started, I really liked, I know it's terrible, but like I really liked physics and Born, right? As like everybody loved
We
physics
all
and
did,
Born, right? So like seeing them and how they move, but like my homie Lee, who kind of like really kept me going with breaking, like I kind of stopped for like a year or so, and then he like pushed me to keep going. he was super into like watching Jinjo and like a lot of guys from over the pond, right? So I got exposed to a lot of that, and then I started to like see a lot of like supernaturals. I remember like really liking bridge for like a really long time.
Who doesn't, bro?
And then like I just kind of like found my style to be a bit more explosive, like a lot of energy, really raw too though. Like I liked a lot of foundation when I was younger. I thought like how I grew up, my grandma kind of always taught me to like build a proper foundation like for anything that you're doing. So I kind of took the same approach with breaking. And then like I guess literally like I practiced foundation a lot, and then through that, you know, I got a bit better, more correct form, and then started to like kind of explore how my body just naturally wanted to move, and then ran with that. And then like now I just kind of do shit that makes me feel really cool. I don't know, man, it's hard to explain.
There's one move that you do that I like, where you like bump your leg and then you like move it, like isolate.
Oh,
dude, that's like one of my favorite moves.
Yeah,
it's nasty.
Yeah, I call that one Gale Palm. It's
palm.
Yeah, it's a bit of it's a mix of like air and water. Now we can get into that at some point, but that's kind of like how I organize and make moves and stuff. But yeah, it's like a light, flowy movement.
True.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna go to your Skillz O meter set right now, just so we can look at it. Whatever, like from back. So this is when you made it, whatever. Like a top 16.
That round against Frankie? Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
Man,
you do that one move like when you get up, when they get down, you jump up and then go down. Like the levels are like that.
Yo, this is what the fuck.
Shout out to Frankie. He did really great in this round. He does this one forearm movement that to this day I'm like, man, that is
this is the level of the Prince Ifrit. I gotta mute the sound, bro, because I don't get copyrighted, yo.
Yeah.
Man, I was so hungover.
Are we allowed to show this? They don't even like us right now.
Yo, it's Charles.
It's Charles, though.
Me, bro.
It's Charles,
yo. Charles, our boy, yo. Yo, we got Frankie.
Property.
Yo, Frankie.
See, I didn't see any of that.
I bet you didn't see that still.
Shout out to Frankie. He's really good.
He's sick.
Yeah, he's so quick here and like agile.
I don't know how he does so many moves. It's like, how do you create all this?
Yeah, he's lost.
I wish we could have done 2 rounds though. 2 rounds would have been like really great.
For something like this, like Skillz O meter, since it's so high, I feel like there should have been 2 rounds at least.
There's a lot of rounds in the final though, and with it being
rounds.
top 16, yeah, I can see why it was 1 round there. But yeah, oh fuck, man, that fucked me up.
Yo, you came with that.
Boom, boom, response.
Yeah, this was 5 years ago, yo, fuck.
I was so hungover. Holy fuck, man! I just remember being like, "Yo, 1 round and that's it."
Yo,
I could do 1 round.
Rock, yo, fuck. Damn, yo, look at that shit. Yo, what the fuck? Yo, like, how do you come up with that? Yo, because your style looks very like unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want you to get into it. You've been teasing us, but I want you to get into it now because you said before, like Gale Palm, like, oh, you want to get into it, we can get into it, but I want to.
Yeah, no, it's like kind of a way to help like interpret movement and organize it. I guess like how it works in, I guess like my mind and like I guess how some of my other homies do. Although we do have like different interpretations to it. Hold on, I'm just gonna fix the screen here.
Yeah. Yo, Bobby said. Bobby said. Pablo and Ifrit looks the same, bro. You're just racist, bro. This guy, because they're both white, yo.
So pale too.
All us look alike.
You know who Pablo is, right? Pablo? From Psycho Schematics.
I probably met him before. I'm also terrible with names, though.
I'm terrible. Pablo Latino. He's not even white.
He's Spanish.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah. I'm Italian and Polish. That is awful.
Are you Italian too? Yo, we're winning the Euro this year,
Italian
bro.
Shit? Damn, yo.
Hell yeah.
That's sick.
We got the Euro.
Nice.
We got one more. I got one more Italian Canadian breaker.
Yo, dope. Yeah. So, no, so like, we were super into Avatar at the time. Sorry, I got my like hand crunch. My wrist is super fucked, so I gotta keep it going.
All Gucci.
And
Last Airbender, right?
Yeah, no, for sure. And like at the time, it's obviously grown a lot since then into like something way deeper
Mm-hmm.
and more elaborated. But at the time, we were super into Avatar, and we really like the elements concept, right? So we kind of took like the different elements of breaking, that we would kind of look at it and try to perceive it in the way of like, what element would this be, or like how could this work? And then through that, in my mind, I started to like organize movements in like these different sections of like air, water, fire, or earth, right? So that movement where I go like under my arm and like the beginning of my skills meter around there, that one it's a water movement, and it's called under the bridge. My arm is the bridge and I go under it, right? And that's a water movement for me, and that just helps me kind of for myself categorize the type of movement, how it feels to me. It feels very like very like slippery, like that's what it feels to me, right? So
Like
that's how I
fishy.
categorize it, right? Yeah, like fishy, like slippery, slimy,
A wop ass
right? So and that just kind of helps me again like remember and also like really be able to execute and implement it every time. And then through that, I can take like all the other moves that I've done the same thing with and be like, okay, well, these piece together really well. And like on the fly in a freestyle in my mind, I can go, okay, well, I just want to do water, right? So there are a bunch of moves in my head that I kind of have this mental trigger for now because I've created this relationship between like water, how it feels to me, and these movements. So now they all just kind of like come out whether, I'm thinking about it or not.
True.
Through like repetition and practice, right? And then you can do other things like I can take a water move like that one and throw some fire on it, throw some like explosiveness on it, right? Make it like a bit more crazy, and it'll change the dynamic of it. It almost changes the intention in the move. So through that, I'm able to create something different, more or less a variation, or just something new altogether, right? So it really, in my mind, helps open up different doors. So yeah, it's kind of a brief summary of that concept.
True. Do you have like a certain affinity to like an element? Because I remember my crew also talked about this as well. And I think they all said that I'm more air. Like I have more of an air kind of infinity. What would be yours? Would it be water?
What's your? No, it's actually fire. So the God Sent Wolves, like part of that concept, my buddy Ivan there, we were trying to like attach elements to ourselves in a kind of way rather than just being like, oh, I want to be fire or I want to be water, or whatever like that. So I actually looked at our astrological signs. So mine is Sagittarius. I was born December 4th. And Sagittarius's natural element is fire, right? And my buddy Jamal's natural element is water. And my buddy Ivan's natural element is earth. And my buddy Majo, who's the last guy, his natural element's air. And all of our styles naturally complement those elements in a way. Like Jamal moves very flowy. Ivan's a very like solid earth, footwork, freeze kind of guy. And Majo is very airy in his movements. He's constantly in the air, bouncing around, and very light. And then we kind of like took to other people to see how that would work. And like we found, and like I'm not saying like I'm not like all like super spiritual, like, hey man, this is how you can like tell and all that kind of stuff. It's just like
you're not basic Gyaldom. If you know what
right. I'm not trying to sell you crystals and horoscopes and stuff, but it was a super fun thing, and to kind of look at it that way. And then we started to like ask our friends, hey, like, what's your birthday and stuff, and then check. And then like a lot of our buddies is like, hey, like your style kind of matches up with what your natural element would be. And then we started to play off things like, well, what would our opposites be? And mine was water. I had to work on flowy movements for the longest time. I was terrible at flow, right? And what I have today is just from a lot of hard work, but that was like what I struggled with. But I was always really good at footwork and like very kind of like what we interpret as earthy movements. That's because like fire eats earth up. So we just kind of try to look at it that way. True. But yeah, and then in my mind, it just kind of like helped me organize things and create stuff, and it was fun, and then it just kind of developed into a whole mental game now too. And then I kind of like take that on, and it helps me in battle. It helps me in all sorts of different situations. So It's pretty cool.
That makes sense. James, what would be your style? Do you think?
I have no idea. I have no idea how to figure this out.
I think
I'm a fucking rock. My style's fat as shit.
Which
I'll say James would be more watery because I guess like he does a lot of leg work kind of shit.
what's your birthday, James?
May 3rd. You need the year?
No, I think just a month because I'm an Aquarius. Cause
I'm a Taurus. I know that.
Yeah, you're a Taurus, so that's
Earth, right?
Yeah, I think that's Earth.
That sounds very.
Yeah, I'm the blind chick from fucking Avatar for sure.
Yeah, so it's
sick, bro.
So it's Earth, and then what's your birthday, Eric?
January. I think I'm an Aquarius.
Oh yeah, okay, then you're water.
Aquarius. Yeah, we're pretty flowy.
Yeah,
I'm a water rock.
Water rock.
I'm a Geodude. With my big Geodude looking head.
You're the HGH, bro. Damn, yo.
Oh no, your element's air.
James?
Eric.
Oh, me?
No, yours, Eric.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Actually,
well, that works out. Yeah, that works out.
Actually, I'm looking up Eric's right now. It says that he's gay. Oh.
Bro, what the fuck?
I don't know what site you're on, man.
Oops. Don't look.
Yo, this guy's on Grinder, bro.
Hell yeah, grinding. You know I stay grinding, bro.
True. That's sick, yo. That makes sense. I think putting these attributes in like how you break it really I think it's like motivating to like really develop your style or whatever. Because like if you visualize yourself with a certain like element, like you make it like more than what it is, it just makes it even more interesting.
Yeah, I was talking to Anton the other day. We were just chatting, and he passed the question, how do I create or produce things? And I kind of went into this a little bit, and then I asked him, what's your birthday and all that. We found out that he's air.
Yeah,
and then he was just saying, like...
Anton is air, yo. Like,
that makes sense.
And it worked out for that.
Yeah, for sure. And he said it, it helped his visualization. Like, he could visualize things really well when he was thinking of it like that. And I thought that was really neat. And, I really hope that, that helps him with some stuff in the future if he chooses to use that to make some stuff or just to help visualize things. But, yeah, when I think of his style, like, very, like, floaty and airy, and to find that out was just, like, neat and fun. I don't typically ask people, hey, what's your birthday? To, like, find all that out.
Yeah, I think nowadays it's especially more important because, back then everyone had their move. Like, like people had their signature moves. Like, yo, when you saw a move, you're like, yo, that's that guy. But nowadays it's hard because a lot of people, like, especially with the internet, people, like, not saying that people bite, but, like, moves start to look similar. So now you're going to have to look more of the overall style and kind of like put attributes into it. Because back then, like, people had their moves, like, when you see, like, I don't know, Luigi do his, like, grab coin drop, you're like, yo, that's his move. When you see, like, Physic do the machine gun shit, that's his move, whatever. But nowadays, you don't really have that, like, other than, like, your classic legends, like Hong 10 or whatever, you're like, oh, he's doing his Hong 10 shit or whatever. But nowadays, like, the new generation, you just look at their overall style rather than the individual moves kind of thing.
It's interesting you say that. I've had the same conversation with a couple people, and although I do agree to some regard, there is this new gen flow that's coming about, and I love it. I love the way it flows. I love how people are moving that light, airy water flow. It's very pleasing to the eyes. But I do feel like that uniqueness is also being lost that you're talking about as well.
Like the individual
and I feel like
kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like it's really important to dig deep within yourself to still produce those kinds of movements, that and I don't want to like
movement.
Yeah, and I don't want to like trash anyone that's, doing these kinds of movements and still feeling like they're natural, and if that is, so be it. But I guess we're talking about the grand scheme of things, and yeah, you were starting to see more of a blend of moves and stuff, and people finessing kind of the same things, which is cool to see improvement in that. But yeah, like, not a lot of like original moves these days,
like original individual moves, kind of like you're like, damn son, kind of thing. And now it's kind of hard to have those because you're gonna have someone claiming that it's their move kind of thing, so you like, I don't know, it's like really tough nowadays to have that individual move. And I remember
it is tough.
Another episode we were talking about this. I think it was with Anton. We were talking about like like the Burns and Aunton. Actually, no, it was with Burns, and we were talking about that with him. Because Burns would be an example of someone that has like individual moves that are pretty sick. Whatever.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's overwhelming when it comes to that uniqueness. I just think now, and it's just like flood of moves because he has so much individuality and he's uniquely him when it comes to his movements, and that's very hard to compete against. You know, when you have someone just bum rushing you with their original moves, and you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it's Aunton style, bro. He like overwhelms you with fucking volume.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Burn too. Burn are just like crazy when it comes to that. Very, very inspiring when it comes to just like tech, get up, look at you, tech, get up, Burn, you, tech. And it's just like, holy shit, bro, I can only take so much.
It's into boxing or fighting context. It's like someone like a Manny Pacquiao. He's like volume, and then you have like the people with the
like an octopus, man, just coming in there, just.
Yeah, and I think Switch B would be the type of person that has like fucking bombs. He throws like haymakers to take you out.
Yeah,
someone like on
Switches
volume that like just takes you out like that.
Yeah, Switch is like critical strike, like multiple times. That shit'll destroy you in one foul swoop. Yeah, you always gotta
like, in nerd terms, it's like if you play Final Fantasy X, bro, it's like my boy Orin, bro. He has the great sword.
Oh man, fucking overkill, bro.
Yeah, overkill,
James
baby.
just like, you guys are fucking nerds, man.
Yeah. Talk about sports, guys. Fuck.
Oh shit.
Fuck, I gotta play some Final Fantasy.
Dude, it's the good shit.
I know like half the chat's gonna get it too, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, cool.
I don't know about that. But
I just know about like the memes. But anyways, go on. My bad.
All right,
I'm a derail.
That's good. So who would you say would be the people that actually like that taught you? So I'm guessing you mentioned Boob just there, and
Yeah, you know, Boob was like really inspiring for helping me how to throw jams and stuff. He really took me under his wing for that kind of thing, and taught me, yeah, just kind of how to do that kind of stuff and more or less play the part properly. And that was always inspiring to have him help me and see him do that. You know, he was just him for the longest time holding up the scene, right? And then that refresh started to happen, and that's where I was becoming a part of it slowly, and I wanted to get more into like, I just wanted there to be more jams. I was seeing like Toronto and all these other places doing jams and stuff. I was just like, man, like we don't have that. I want to see people grow. I want to grow.
Oh yeah.
And then eventually started working with Bob with it.
Are you one of like the older generations? You're one of the older generations in like in Winnipeg?
Just gonna piss with the mic on, man. That's number one video game dope, bro.
This guy's literally cocking us right now. He's holding it. Yeah, what the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, so are you like one of like the older like generation, like older like? Fuck, I don't even know how to ask this question now.
I'd say like for you guys, I'm the equivalent of what Tafaya would be.
Oh, so
I guess like an
yeah.
Like a vet.
Yeah. What you're talking about is like Paranormal Pandas and Dangerous Goods and QBC and Meji.
Still repping, kind of.
Yeah, that's those guys.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Are they still repping, or like, are they kind of like?
No, well, I mean, like, I think Bob still breaks.
Bob,
for sure.
He's still good.
I think some of the Dangerous Good guys that are still here, like Mark when he's in town, and Lester, they do still dance. Lester does more like salsa and things like that now, and house dancing, I think. But I do believe he still breaks. And but for PPC and stuff, they don't dance too much. They're off doing a lot of life stuff, and then
winning at life.
Yeah, no, and that's, and I love it too, like watching them grow and getting to grow alongside them in that kind of like realm is super awesome, right? Sometimes you don't have those friends that you grow up breaking with that stick around with breaking, but they still stick around and stuff, so it's like,
my boy Bobby.
It's super dope.
The E-boy, shout out to the E-boy.
But yeah, when I say refresh in Winnipeg right now, I mean there is like no one other than like Gago, which is like the only like real formed crew in Winnipeg right now, right? So other than
everyone's
like
a bunch of free agents.
everyone's just hanging out, and then there's me, and then like just training and just trying to keep it going.
How was the pandemic in Winnipeg? Is it still? Are you guys in lockdown, or how's it going for you guys? Is all the practices closed? Or like...
Yeah, so all the practices are closed. Like we can, like right now, we can't even dance outside together as a group or anything. Like you can only be with your own household. So it's just like me and my wife can go to the park or go biking and stuff.
Oh
but
shit! Weird.
Yeah, no, congrats, man.
Yeah, no,
congratulations. Yeah, no, you can only really be with your own household. But I think after the 26th, you're gonna be able to like hang with people again and stuff. But I don't know, man. I swing by the parks. I see people like chilling in parking lots and stuff.
Yeah, you know how it is, bro. Even though there's rules, bro, rules are meant to be broken, bro.
Especially as a Bboy, yeah, like
I'm over here just. No, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah.
Toronto is like just starting to like open up. Like you can go to restaurants and stuff like that. We've been kind of practicing in the park, even though we technically shouldn't have been. But we're too raw. We're too raw for that.
That's fitness, man. You can't stop fitness.
Yeah. We're social distancing, just touching the one mat over and over, the one dirty ass mat.
Yeah.
But like session spots are closed and stuff like that. Which leads to my next question: if I was gonna come to Winnipeg, come to practice, where's like the spot to go? Is there like a one spot?
Man, so with things, if they were to open again, I would take you right to Cindy Clausen. So if you ever been to Robson Square, it's basically just like cement. Well, I've never been to Robson Square, but this is kind of like what I've heard, I guess, from people that have been there. But so it's like cement with like wax over top of it, right?
Yeah,
so it's
really
smooth cement.
Really smooth. Yeah, Robson is like a nice place to practice.
So it's like that. I want to say it's a little bit more rough though. So it really tests your power torque. Like you really gotta push it and not be afraid of getting bald spots or like that like wax burn. Oh god, I had a lot of that. But I take you straight there, man. Like it's basically it's like a community center gym. So it's got like a library, a gym, a pool, a sauna, a track, and then like this little gallery where you can dance. And that was like where everybody was dancing, right? Outside of that, there's this place called Live. This guy Angel hosts it. They do a lot of like different kind of classes and stuff for dance, and they sometimes host our practices. They've been really clutch during the pandemic when we could have stuff. We're allowed to practice there. That's kind of where you'd see me in that big kind of like warehouse studio with all those other people. That was like awesome while it was still open. But CK is like my home. That's where I learned a lot. And if NAFRO was still open, that was a super dope place. They closed it down though, but it was this studio inside of a church. Oh man, it was rad. That's where Dangerous Goods used to practice and stuff. So
speaking of Dangerous Goods, we got the homie Boob Jester in the chat right now saying hello, Winston. The pressure's on, yo.
Oh man,
he's talking big about you, Boob Jester.
Yeah, you just missed it. Now we can't talk about you anymore.
That is the pressure. Sir Bobbert.
Yeah, one day when the world opens up again.
Yeah, I don't think we ever talked about like Toronto practice spots, did we? Like I guess like because he was naming the key spots, but we never did that for Toronto, did we?
Yeah. So what kind of places do you guys practice in? Like I've been to a couple. I've been to one in a gallery. I've been into one at a university. I've been in the one in like
Ryerson.
Yeah.
I think yeah. So like where do you guys usually session and stuff, and what are your guys' practice like?
James and myself would be different because James doesn't live in the core Toronto core, so
yeah, I live like maybe from the core. I live like maybe 45 minutes away, like in a small town. Yeah, a couple.
Oh man,
towns over. I live a couple towns over, and like I don't even. Damn. I used to go out to Toronto and practice, but like I'm lazy now, man. What's that?
But he does practice a lot with Anton, and one of the best spots to practice is Pickering. Community Center. That's where Anton hosts his practice, and that's where he practices a lot.
Yeah. Back in the day, like the craziest one was like for Toronto was St. Lawrence.
Yeah,
St. Lawrence Community
even
Center.
right now, like I'm talking about pre-pandemic, but like St. Lawrence is one of the top spots. Shout out to TJ. TJ is actually the dawn of running community centers and practice spots.
Oh yeah.
So
shout out Rocket. Shout out Lethal.
Yeah.
Rocket's TJ, bro. That's my guy right there.
So St. Lawrence.
He's a gem.
St. Lawrence is like that's like downtown core, so that's like one of the most popular spots. I think there's like sometimes there's like over 40 people practicing there.
Yeah, it's crazy. I stopped going there because it was too.
Wait, did you say 40?
Yeah, I think it could even go as much as that. Yeah, because all the top dogs practice
What?
there, I think.
Yeah, everyone.
Wow.
Like beginners.
You guys
and, like,
are.
we're still out there.
That's like a jam here. That's insane. That's like 12 B-boys and 30 spectators, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for myself, like my crew and myself, we don't really practice with where all the a lot of the popular spots are. We mainly practice before pandemic is the YMCA, the Bayview YMCA, which is where Anton hosts as well. So
yeah, that back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, that Bayview YMCA, like when there was like a lot of teenagers or high schoolers, like because it was free, so there was like so many people, like maybe up to like 20 to 30 people practicing there.
Well, yeah, the free days on the weekend. Yeah, it was like every night. So it used to be 24-hour too. So like super dancers would come through, and then people from Japan came out, and it was just like more and more. And it was 24 hours too. So I think one person slept there for like a day and a half.
Oh, that's crazy, man! 24 hours.
I think and that's one of the reasons why I stopped making it 24 hours because people abused it. B-boys abused it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure, but, man. You'd be there all the time.
Yeah, and of course, the most also another popular spot that like people can practice all the time is definitely Ryerson.
Yeah, Ryerson is like pretty much the new spot like that now, where like everyone, it's like a hallway, like a university hallway. Everyone goes in. I've been there a couple times, but like I said, like I like to be alone, bro. I don't like people watching me.
Do you practice at home a lot, James?
No, I don't. This is even weirder. I don't practice at home, but I want to go to a spot, but I don't want people looking at me. I'm actually the most pickiest motherfucker, bro. I suck.
No, man. You know what? I'm the same way. Like, I'll tell you, this floor that I have at home now that you saw me do in my little prelim there, this is like the first floor that I've had that's my own in like, I don't know, years, man. So it feels really nice to like have my own space to just be weird and like do weird shit, I guess. So like, well, take that out of context, but yeah,
you see some
roll around on the floor, fucking waves around on the ground. Yeah. I like to body paint in my spare time.
True.
Hell yeah.
Fuck, man, this place would be a mess. But no, I totally know what you mean, man. Like, I'm super picky. Like, I've been through different studios and stuff, and I'm just like, after a couple of weeks, yeah, I'm just not feeling it. And I'm like, man, this place is dope. Like, I have all this room, the floor's good, but you know, it's just not me, right? And then you move on.
Yeah, but when you do like go to a new session spot, or you get that little excitement, you're like, yo, new people, like people don't really practice it. I feel more motivated to go off, kind of thing.
I only get that when I travel. Everyone here I know, I've seen.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I got that when we first started dancing again after the pandemic. I was very excited to see like where people have like grown or taken the opportunity to like work on things during the pandemic, like who got a quarantine air flare or some kind of shit like that. You know, and seeing those kinds of things are amazing. Like looking at what someone can do just in their own time and taking that kind of drive to get it done when there are no practice spaces. You know, all you have is like your basement or, you know, inside your apartment or outside in the grass, you know, taking it back out there. So it's super dope, but I only get that when I travel. But like coming to Toronto, I get that every single time, man. And I'm like, this is going to be the best practice ever. Even it's like, even if there's like just like 10 new people, even less than that, I'm just like, this is going to be sick. I'm going to see people I've never seen dance before. I'm going to like, you know, learn a couple things. Maybe I can go rounds with someone. You know, it's always an experience, right? And that's definitely what I look for mostly when it comes to that. So here, not really, but like anywhere else, because I'm deprived here a little bit. Hell yeah. Yeah.
I feel that when I go to jams outside of like the city. Like when I go to like other countries or other cities and I go to jams like that, I gotta be like, yeah, I'm charged. But if I go to a practice spot, I'll be like, I don't know these people. Like I just be like, I don't know.
Yo, in Toronto, bro.
It's weird.
Since the level is so high, yo, whenever I go to like states that are nearby, like Buffalo or Michigan, I look around like, these guys are fucking. Yo, I can fucking destroy these dudes, yo. There's this one guy. Yo, shout out to my boy that runs the University of Michigan, bro. He let me judge there, yo. But I brought my boys in. All I gotta say is, yo, my boys ran that jam, bro.
Nice, man.
They knew the judges, eh?
Because I was the judge.
Yeah,
but also the level wasn't super high. I mean, there were some really good b-boys, but overall, like I think Toronto would stomp the scene or whatever.
Oh, Toronto always does fantastic wherever they go. You know, they always make a really good imprint.
Just like Skillz O meter, man. Like, look at the champs that were in Skillz O meter, baby. Toronto, Switch, Ills.
Man,
you already know, baby. And
I need to see Ali versus like Phil in a semi or something like that. I just need them where they're not
happen,
just like bah, like fucking Jiren versus Goku or some shit like that. Like that's what I gotta see, man.
Yeah.
I can see Ali being Jiren. Ali could be Jiren.
It's gonna be so good. I gotta see that though. I gotta see them just energized. Everybody had a good meal, you know. But Phil has those exhibitions though, man. So like, which is gonna be first? You know, the exhibition or the rounds?
Wait, what are you talking about?
No,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. This never happened.
Wait,
by the
Phil
way.
exhibition? I don't know what you're talking about, yo.
Yeah, this is new to us.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's crazy. Yo, man's breaking news. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know about what happened.
I maybe a little bit, I guess, but now I completely forgot. I'm just excited. I think there was an announcement. I hope there was an announcement.
They actually officially announced it now.
They did?
Wait,
I feel like I've seen a poster.
I
feel like I've seen a poster.
Wait. They officially announced it.
Yeah, they actually
Oh,
officially
really?
announced
I
it.
didn't know that.
Now we're not breaking the rules.
So who's exhibition battling?
Oh, dude, I heard it's.
I'll be right back, but I'm still here.
I still don't feel if I should say it or not.
Wait, so they actually posted it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they actually posted it. Check their Instagram.
I feel like I saw a nice flyer earlier. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I did. Like,
yeah, okay, no one,
like
no
95%.
I'll see this.
No one listens to our podcast anyways, bro. No one listens to this podcast anyways, bro. Who cares?
Oh, wait, yo, let me share screen this shit, yo. What?
What's going on?
Can you see this?
Yeah.
Damn. So,
hold on, I just gotta.
Yo, this is in French. So what do you have? So I think that's Phil, and is that Mad Track? Shit.
Oh
yo.
shit.
Yo, we got Phil versus Mad Track in an exhibition battle. Yo, that's gonna be fucking fire, bro.
I feel like I saw a video too. Like there's someone made a trailer.
Oh really?
Maybe in the same post.
Yo, this was 4 days ago, man. Yo, this is gonna be a hype ass exhibition battle. Yo, who you got for that, yo?
Yo, Bobby said SYRC is a good spot. Shut up, Bobby. How dare you?
Phil's got a lot of moves. Like he's so versatile when it comes to like a overall spread of like levels and text and uniqueness, I guess, to him. Like, man, he's got a lot of like counters, you know, or at least to what I see. Like he can really reply. But Mad Track is also really fucking crazy.
Mad Track will do some shit. Yeah, this guy was doing shit. He came to like where I live, like my area, to practice with us one time. Like he was in Toronto. He came to us before he left. This guy was doing some next shit. I was like, yo, how the hell did you do that? I was just like, yo, how'd you do a swipe backwards? With the opposite leg.
How'd you do a swipe backwards? I love that. Just boom. Hey, bro, I gotta ask you something really quick.
Yeah. This guy did an opposite swipe, opposite leg, opposite arm, opposite leg. And it was the right direction.
He's built different, bro. That's just how it is.
It's just good.
Damn.
That's crazy, man.
So
who do you guys have? Like, now that I guess you guys can talk about it a little bit. For like this exhibition here.
They probably Phil, man. I don't know. Phil is like on some next shit, yo.
Yeah, but I'm going Mad Track. I gotta go with my boy Mad Track though.
Just no, man. Stick to your guns. That's what it's about.
My boy, yo. Nice guy. Nah, Phil's a nice guy too. But who do you have for the battle?
Phil. Like if I were
I no, I'm putting all of my all of my faith in Ali, all of my faith in Ali. Like I'm putting everything aside from my mind. Like I'm not like if you want to look at it logically, like yes, like Phil has a ton of moves. Like he's the most likely winner, but I want to put as much faith as I can into Ali because I just want to see him bust through it. Right, and that's where I want to see the semi thing because if he can just win that and get through, he's gonna have that energy and that hype to just tie it up in a final. It'll be a closer moment. I want to see one of those moments, you know.
True.
So I hope they live stream it. Right, if they live stream it, I'm gonna be at home with a beer, going off. Man.
Oh man, we're gonna go off.
We're gonna watch that live. They let us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You guys live stream that? That'll be a good time.
It doesn't matter if they let us or not, yo. We're gonna win.
Yeah, we're gonna do it anyways, baby.
Ain't stopping us.
Ain't nothing stopping us. But I want to see the Ali versus Jason rematch because their first match it went to a tiebreaker in the finals of Battle of the Year, bro. Doesn't get as epic as that. If Ali beats Jason, yo, we got a trilogy, bro, and yo, I'm down to host that trilogy, dog.
Do you guys think they'll do some sort of matchup right off the bat for those two, or do you think that they'll do it later on? Because I mean, it's only a top 8, right? So they're only going to have so many to work with. So with the bracket that they have, it's going to be really interesting how they lay it out. Like we know everyone that's there, and they know everyone that's there, right? So they're going to be looking at it like, what's the angle?
I wonder if they're going to do it based on region. So like a Toronto guy versus a Vancouver guy, or a Montreal guy versus a Toronto, like that kind of thing. But rather than make two Toronto guys versus each other first round.
Yeah, well, it definitely won't be like two people versing each other from the same region. You know, what's all that point when you practice with the same person? That's one of the most aggravating things about going to a jam somewhere else. Oh, hey, I traveled 600 kilometers just to battle my boy.
Yeah,
fuck, why not?
Right?
That's go take a shot.
Yo, that's why, bro. Exhibition, that's the fucking future, man.
Exhibitions are a great time. You have 5-6 rounds of just let me see what you got. Two people dig into each other.
You know who you're battling to.
That's it. Yeah, it's a good time, man. Although I do like the surprise of battle. Like, you ask anyone and they'll tell you that I love a good battle. I love a good format, good 1-on-1, 2 versus 2, and a good round robin, 7 to smoke. Yeah. I love 7 to smokes. They're all about endurance and strategy, you know.
7 to smokes. Like a good high level 7 to smoke is like, yeah, it's cool, yeah, it's good. But like,
the only thing with 7 to smoke is sometimes it's like kind of like based on like in a way there is a bit of luck because like, you seen people like clean sweep like 7 to smokes, right? Like Victor and like Menno at that jam.
Fucking M.
Man, I had the pleasure of doing almost a clean sweep out of 7 to smoke. We had one here a long time ago, and I won 6 times in a row, and one more they would have just stopped it, but I lost to my homie Kevin, and then it went on for like I think about like 20 more minutes, but like talk about cleaning house.
He's gonna get that last one.
It can, no, definitely, right? But watching 7 to smokes is kind of like I don't know, but like being in them, I do really enjoy.
Oh really? Mm-hmm. Oh man, I'm not the stamina type. I think I've done like 1 7 to smoke. I got like 2nd place. I lost to Ills.
No, bro, but you got 3rd place, bro. Dennis got 2nd place.
No, I got 2nd place.
Oh, you did?
I beat Dennis. Yeah, I beat Dennis.
True.
Nice though, man. And 7 to smokes, they're a stamina game, man. Like, and I love running and all that. Like, I'm a kind of a stamina guy when it. I love working on that kind of thing. So 7 to smokes is right up my alley, but it's a 45-minute affair sometimes, like it takes forever, bro.
Yeah, sometimes I have to cap it and I'm just like, you know what? After 20 minutes, we're done. I don't care. Just like, you only got 3 wins. It's staying like that.
Yo, everyone's tired, man. That's
man. It's basically a war.
So actually, did Dennis beat me that? Well, I guess because Dennis isn't here, I guess I won, but because we can't argue it.
What's Dennis up to these days? You guys know?
Right now,
man, he's just chilling, yo. He just got injured, whatever. Again,
he's in the hyperbolical chamber.
Is it his knee or?
I think it is his knee. Yes. Yeah, man.
Yeah, oh
man, injuries are tough, man. Especially knee injuries. Those are really reoccurring, yo. Like once you think it recovers, it comes back.
That's tough, man. You know, my best definitely goes out to him. He's got a lot of those movements that are really snappy, and I can see how they can be tough on those joints and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but damn,
and he's also like a bigger dude, like in terms of like the height and like all that stuff. So like doing big explosive move, that's very damaging to the joint. So
man,
definitely a lot.
He's such a wild guy. He's so dope.
He has a lot of unique moves, and he takes a lot of risks with his move, which makes his style really fucking nasty.
Fuck Dennis, just chill out and heal your knee. So you can come back stronger, man.
Fuck, just do basic footwork for like a year, and then you'll be good.
Like I think
do nothing but squats, bro.
I think definitely conditioning for breakers, especially when breakers are doing like some some unnatural shit. Like the shit that breakers do is unnatural. Like that's not meant to like for normal humans to do. So you're just gonna get injured because you're doing unnatural movements. I feel like you have to condition your body to do those movements, and that goes with like weight. Like it makes it sound like a sport. The reason why you do like weightlifting and all that bullshit, or whatever, is because it conditions your body to take those like unnatural impacts, whatever. Like I haven't been injured in a really long time, whatever. Like especially my neck, because I've been conditioning that shit, whatever. And I feel like
your neck was hurt and busted up. How's that doing? A lot better.
It's like now I do like some fucking boxing neck training shit. Dude, like that, my neck, bro. Like you have a guillotine.
Guys over here got a weight tied to his neck.
That's what I have. That's exactly what I have, bro. Yo, I can fucking take a cut to my head, bro. Yo, my neck is fucking strong, baby.
Jesus Christ, man.
Holy fuck, like you know that meme where the guy has like a 6-pack on his neck? That's
disgusting. I'm not at that level, yo. I'm not at that level.
No, it's a Photoshop.
True. But for knee injuries, man. Squats, yo, you gotta train the muscles around that joint if you want to prevent that injury, yo. So if you have an injury, bro, you gotta train the muscles around it. If you have a wrist injury, you gotta train your forearm. I don't know, jerk off more or some shit, train that shit. I don't know. You just gotta train the muscles around it.
Yeah, man. I was told to keep off my left wrist for 6 months because it's not doing too great. But I'll be back at peak at 6 months, but that's why I got to do this. But he's like, yeah, you got to train your forearm and get that worked out. I was like, fuck, man. All right.
We're hoping to get like a specialist that like knows a lot about injuries and whatnot. We'll eventually get one. Stay tuned for that because we have someone in mind.
Oh man, we have someone in mind.
That's a fantastic podcast idea. Holy shit! I'd watch that multiple times, man.
It's gonna be so nerdy. I'm gonna be so quiet. I'm gonna be like, y'all so smart. I can't talk.
It's in the works, James. We both have a mutual friend for this.
Yeah, I wonder who it is.
That's good, guys.
Shout out to Nexus Massage. Keeping the B-Boys community healthy. You got the
okay. So we know a personal trainer, not personal trainer. What the fuck?
Chiropractor, massage therapist person. She used to break. So like I went to her, like Ills went to her first, and he was telling me about it. I was like, man, my knee's fucked. He's like, yo, go to this person. She's amazing. She used to break. She knows. So I'm like, yeah, like I can't like Indian stuff like that. And she's like, oh, and it's like so much easier to explain shit. I'm like, yeah, when I 6-step and I go like that move, like that wrap, I can't get that wrap good enough. It tweaks a little. So, I got you, fam. If she does some shit, just
Yo, sick. No, I 100% agree, man. Time and time again, I go to like physiotherapists and stuff to get like checked up and all that. We all incur injuries. But every time I have to explain what a movement is or like have a video on hand of me doing it, I got it down to a science now, man. I take two different angles of me doing the movement that's bugging me or just giving them an example. Like in this case with my hand, it's flares and footwork. So I was like super basic. Get a video of me doing flares, get a video of me doing footwork, right? And then I bring it there. I'm like, hey, this is what's going on. These are the type of movements that I do. And troubleshoot it with me, right? But before, man, totally what you're saying, it's so difficult to sit down and be like,
explain,
so I break dance, and they're like, oh, you break dance. I didn't know people still did that. And you're just like, like I do it here and there. Anyways, let's talk about my injury. But but this guy I got right now is super dope. He took the time to like really learn kind of like what I'm doing. And he's been like helping my wrist out a lot. Like I can do flares and stuff again, but only so many times a week. But it's going good. But yeah, man, it fucking sucks trying to find a therapist to have one that knows what you're talking about. That's like, you guys are lucky, man. Super lucky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do our thing out here.
Yeah, we'll
But
we'll try to get her on, and then like hopefully we can ask those like most common b-boy injuries and like what will you do to fix it and all that.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah,
like,
you know, to speak a little bit more about what we said there, Eric, in terms of like, you know, we don't want to call it, you know, a sport and all that and lean more to that, but we just got to look at it as facts, right? A lot of the movements that we do are intense for our body. They're high impact and stuff. You just got to look at it logically, right? Like high impact, my joints are going to take this. You look at your arm like a metal pole, right? Compared to like a spring. You know, a metal pole is going to be like, when it hits the ground, it hits it hard and it doesn't absorb that impact. But, you know, your forearm acts more like a spring. It absorbs that and you can kind of push it back out, and it takes that stress off your joints and ligaments and stuff and bones. Mm-hmm. So it's super important to know those kinds of things, because for the longest time I didn't know, right? And I'm over here just like bashing power, just like, fuck it, I'm gonna do 30 flares a day every day for the next 2 months until I get them, and then I have like carpal tunnel or something, right? Yeah, no stretching, nothing, right? Fucking barely drinking water, going to bed at 2. It's just terrible. But that's like
darts.
It's like party b-boy stuff.
Oh, party.
But,
I mean.
Too old to be the party b-boy. I have to retire that.
Yeah, too old now, man. Now it's go to jams, sleep the night before, wake up, have a good meal.
You gotta get your post. You gotta get your BACAA BAs in. You gotta get your 3 liter
DVD.
Yeah, DVDs.
CDR.
True. Now, I forgot to touch on this topic, yo. So, like, how did you join Kybalion, and how did you meet Tafaya?
Oh yeah,
we forgot to talk about that. So how did that happen?
So like, I met Tafaya through a mutual friend. His name's Don. He lives in Toronto as well. He used to break. He doesn't break as much anymore. But I met Don through bboy.org. You guys ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Is that even still around, yo?
I don't think so. Yo.
In the chat, yeah. Shout out to Thomas as well. He does really good physiotherapy. He's out there in Hawaii, I believe, with his girlfriend.
Oh yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, I think he's out there. Right, he lives there. I think he lives there at the moment. The last time I talked to him, which is a fantastic move. Mm-hmm. You know.
From Canada to Hawaii.
What a change, man. It's a whole other life, and you wouldn't even need to feel like you have to spend money. The environment is like everything you need, right?
Yeah.
When I went to Hawaii, I was like, this is actually the best place I've ever been in my life. Yeah, this is paradise. This is perfect.
I've never been, but I might be going in May, so I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I can go out there now, so it works out.
Yeah. I'll try to hook you up with some of the breakers there.
That'd be really great, man. I know no one except for Thomas if he is there at that time. So
Tom would know too, probably, but you would probably know way better than I would. But yo.
Yeah, no, I'm always down to link up with new people.
They don't like new people, like in Hawaii. They're very not
territorial.
Nah, they're just like who's this new person? Like they don't like who the fuck are you kind of thing. Like I remember when I was there, like they were nice. Like I kind of like warmed up and I was like, yo, what's up, man? I'm here. I was trying to be nice and stuff like that, but like when I was like trying to practice on the side field, like who the fuck are you? Like I got that cut eye, like that side eye, like yo, what the fuck? And then like,
oh man,
they didn't want me to win, you know. Like I went to a battle and like they didn't want me to qualify. They wanted their boy to make it before me.
Damn.
No, dude, but that's how it is though. Like when people back in the day, like when Winnipeg was popping, when like BGC, PPC. We had like Bionic Bunnies, Flow Fanatics, Goggle, basically just like everyone that there could have been at the time, right? Battling and stuff. Anybody comes down from another city, it's just on site, man. Everyone would be on high alert and just like, no matter what, don't let those people get through prelims or like make it far, right? Like just straight kamikaze rounds, right? Everything you can do to just knock these people out, right? So I totally understand that.
The guy I battled, he wasn't that good, but he did every one of his good moves against me. And I'm like, okay, all right. I just got off a plane, I get it, whatever.
I know that tactic, man. That's good shit.
As a Canadian, I know the move as a Canadian. If you're, for other people in the chat, this is for everyone else. You're Canadian. This is what you do. You meet new people. You go to the airport. You get maple syrup. Those little maple syrup leaf cans like that, like this big, $8. Get as many as you can. Hand them out. Just hand them out to everybody you meet. That's what I did to everyone. Like, yo, what the fuck? I just handed it out to people. Like, yo, what's up, man? We talk a little bit. I was like, yo, I got you something. I just hand them some fucking maple syrup. I was his boy right after that.
Yo, that is such a solid fucking icebreaker, man. You have no idea.
Canadian thing too. I was like, oh, maple syrup. What else the fuck do we got?
And to be on the receiving end, like never have met you, be like, yo, this guy just gave me maple syrup. He's kind of cool, man.
Canadian. It's like, yeah, man, he's got maple syrup. I think he has snow in his bag too. Like,
that's hilarious, man. But yeah, no, for Kybalion there, I met Tafia through Dawn, and then after that, me and Tafia just like kind of stay connected a bit, and then he came to Winnipeg for the first time, and we did an exhibition battle at my first jam called 2 Raw, and we did an exhibition and just like hung out for the weekend and trained and stuff, and like ever since then we've been like super tight, trading ideas and like kind of like working together with similar goals. And then like one day he just asked me like, hey man, I want to like start something, and we think the same and we have a lot of the same goals, and like I like the way that you look at breaking, and I felt the same way about him, right? Oh, excuse me. And then he just asked me to be down with Kybalion, and that was it was just like me, him, I think Charles at the time, and then Marv.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if Marv was down at that time or not. But then like Marv, and then like Vince and Simon got down, and then Hassan as well. So it was looking really healthy after that. But yeah, for the longest time I think it was Tafia and I there, and Charles and them, and yeah. So
would you be like one of the founding members of Kybalion at the time?
Oh geez, I don't want to look at it like that. Just like Tafia asked me when there was few people, and I guess he would ask me for input on things here and there, but I just largely like did his thing, but it was never like, I don't know if we have like a leader. I like to look at Tafia as the leader of Kybalion because he's more or less the creator of it. But it's a very collaborative thing. And, he'd reach out for ideas and stuff. Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely, man.
What was the meaning of the name Kybalion? Like, how did that become a name? I remember I asked Utah, and he's like, right? His English is like not that good, and also he was drunk. So he's like, he couldn't explain it. He couldn't explain it to me. He's like, I'm too drunk and my English no good, but I can't explain.
Yeah, no. So like Tafia obviously knows much more about it, but it is a lot from like, he did read the Kybalion, and like a lot of that spoke to him as well, and a lot of like our approach to breaking is very like our own unique code that we share with each other in that sort of way. So we take that and run with it as well. But there's a lot of different like examples in the Kybalion, and I'm just pulling it up here because I can't remember from memory. But there's like principles of mentalism, principles of correspondence, of vibration, polarity, rhythm.
Oh shit!
So you can almost look at it right now. Yeah, you can almost look at it as a way of organization as well, kind of like what I do with like the different elements and stuff in like God Sent Wolves. There's all our info. So you can look at it like that, right?
Yeah, there's like principles. It's like an ancient Egypt and Greece philosophy book. It has all these different principles in it. It's
showing like the YouTube algorithm, or like YouTube Studio.
Oh, sick.
Oh, you guys can't see it.
Yeah,
we can see it through the YouTube Studio.
I guess it's gone.
but the stream saw the Wikipedia, but I guess I didn't share it. Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Don't show him all that. It's a secret.
Dude, that's really deep. Yeah, because I remember searching up the Kybalion, and I'm like, oh, it's a book, and it's like one of those philosophical books.
No shit.
Like that. Like, especially with Tafia and I, like breaking is very. well, I guess I just want to speak for myself, but like he does agree in a way that, you know, it's obviously personal breaking, and a lot of this stuff is like, I guess, how you can use that in your own way with like who you are and how you perceive things and interpret things, especially movement in your own breaking, but how that all feels to you even outside of that, right? Because there's so much to you as a person that comes into breaking. I mean, like, it's not just moves and, you know, doing dope shit, although that is a lot of it, you know, especially doing dope shit. But you know, there's a lot of emotions to it and stuff like that, you know, and a lot of like feelings, you know, and getting a little like sappy about it, which I don't like to, but you know, a lot of this speaks to that and helps organize it, right? You may be feeling some type of way about something or a movement or something in breaking, and you know, these kinds of things, if they speak to you in that kind of way, you can take it and compartmentalize it, basically organize it in a sort of way for you that works. You know, the elements thing for me, or Kybalion for us as a crew, right? We all resonate with that in a sort of way, whether it's just like, you know, having our own unique code with each other, how we all share that, or really digging into it and using these different concepts, right? Like, hold on, I got this other book that it's by this fucking samurai, man.
Oh, is it
Crazy.
The Seven Rings or the Rings?
Seven Rings.
Yeah, man.
By Musashi.
Yo, I gotta show this shit off. Look, I got this like
Yeah,
super nice hardcover. Yeah, like, bro, it is, and it's got all these
pictures.
really dope traditional pictures. Like, look at that, man.
You won me on the picture.
Yo, I read this and I was just like, man, like I wanted a tattoo, like with all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we were gonna get to that near the end, but damn, yo,
like, you know, and like reading this book, like I haven't got all the way through it because it's obviously like translated so many different times, right? So you got to really take it in, and I like to meditate with these kinds of things. Like, I don't like just to read a book to read it, and it's hard to absorb information like that for me. So I like to take my time, read it out a bit, and then like absorb it, apply it, you know, and then just kind of like take it up from there. But you know, this has like tons of different examples, you know, and to use this as an example, this guy uses like fucking he's got all these like 5 rings, but it's like the ground book, the water book, the fire book, wind book, right? So it's like, it's the same kind of thing, but it's all like strategy for winning war, and like battling opponents and how to like get the jump on people and stuff like that. Like it's crazy, right?
You ever read
Samurai Guy? Yeah. No, I haven't. I'm actually, that's my next book. I'm reading, where is it? I'm reading this book by Robert Greene called The Laws of Human Nature. And it's super interesting, like really speaks to like, you know, the mind and like, I guess like just human emotion and emotional intelligence and that kind of stuff. Just how to, and for battling and stuff like that, I feel like that's important to know how to like disengage certain things like anxiety or like that spike of adrenaline you may not want in that moment. You know, I find those are important and can sometimes tilt the battle, you know, in your favor if you know how to control it or use it. So I like to try to implement a lot of that.
These books are made by people that experience real fucking shit, yo. Like Miyamoto Musashi, this guy killed like 60 different mans, yo. Of course, this man's gonna have knowledge of how to like.
Yo, he never lost. Imagine never losing a battle. Like, that's just like fucking crazy. Like, you know, to think like over like 101 or however many it was that he never lost. It's like, bro, you killed a lot of dudes.
I remember.
You think about it? Fuck.
Yeah, when I went to the samurai, I think I felt like I talked about this before in the previous episode, but I remember, like I said, that like when we went to Japan, we went to the samurai museum, and then the samurai museum, they had like they had one of the katanas of Musashi, and he's like, yo, this is the sword of a dude that killed 60 people. I remember like,
where is that?
It's the samurai museum. Samurai museum. It's somewhere in Tokyo. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, Miyamoto Musashi. Man, I gotta go see that, because like after reading a portion of this book, and I'll eventually finish it by like I'm gonna go to Japan next year. I gotta see that, because that's super dope. Also, like there's a lot of souls in that sword. You know, that's trippy shit.
Yeah. I feel like the Book of Five Rings is basically like the Japanese version of The Art of War by Sun Tzu. If you know that.
Yeah, no, that's definitely on my reading list. And there was also like The Art of Power by the same guy that does The Laws of Human Nature. Mm-hmm. I just like came across these books one day. It was like on a fucking Instagram ad. And I was like, oh, interesting. And then I saw chapters. I was like, maybe I'll pick it up. Looks pretty thick.
Directed at sometimes work, you know.
Yeah, but it's working out pretty well so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I gotta get into books, bro. The last book I read was from instead of Robert Greene, it was Robert Munch.
Green eggs and ham, baby.
I haven't finished it yet. I got stuck on some of the words.
Man, did you guys ever read Jeremy Thatcher Dragon Thatcher or Jeremy Thatcher Dragon Hatcher?
Nah.
Probably not. But that was like the last book that I remember reading in school, and then that was it.
I think the last book I read
Dragon Hatcher. This is either like a kid's book or it's nerdy as shit. Okay, it's kids book. I was hoping it was nerdy.
Yeah, the last
super kids.
This is the last Skillz, bro?
Actually, no, that's a lie, bro. That's a lie, bro. I got a book right now. It's called The Ketty J. It's by this author called Chris Wooding. It's actually dope. It's about like airships and fucking demons and pirates and bandits and shit. Ooh. It's super random. Yo, I picked it up on the airport to Toronto, and like my phone died and my charger wasn't with me, so I was like, okay, I'll buy a book.
True.
Rather than buying a charger. I just thought like, you know, it'll be better.
That's a smart move.
I have a charger in my bag. I'll get a fucking book. And then it turned out really well, and I loved it, right?
True. Quick,
so I'm just reading through those.
Quick for our audience. Quick for our audience.
Do you play Dark Souls, bro?
Oh, no, I can't.
I platinumed the first one, yo.
Oh my god,
man. Yo, you want to get nerdy? Let's talk about Kingdom Hearts, bro. I'll get nerdy.
Alright.
I know because I know in your Skillz O meter prelims, it was like the Hall of Bastion theme song. I remember.
Oh man. You have no idea, bro.
I
know I can't. If you get me talking about that, I won't stop. James will fucking blow his brains out, bro.
I'm just fucking.
We'll talk about that after, yo. I love Kingdom.
We'll talk. You can talk about it now. Fuck it, because most of our chat, especially my crew, they all play that shit too. So like.
Yeah, what's your favorite Kingdom Hearts game?
My favorite Kingdom Hearts game?
Is it 2?
Oh man, like I always have a special place for 1 because I played that when I was a kid. You know. But 2 is just like fucking.
It's like very mechanical. I remember.
Yeah, playing 2 as a kid felt like an amazing hack and slash, and like all of these like cool things happening, and like after you defeat like the 1,000 Heartless, I thought the game was gonna end, and then it just kept going, and that felt like that was dope. That was dope. And then playing it as an adult, the mechanics behind it, all the things that you can do was just like. Fucking mint, man.
Yeah, you gotta play Final. Yeah, if you want to experience, you gotta play Final Mix because that's where all the hard shit is with the you get to fight the data organization or whatever. Like.
Yeah, well, and it's dope. They brought the data organization back in Kingdom Hearts 3. So doing that again was super dope. I really did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Plus all like the transformation mechanics and stuff. But Kingdom Hearts 3 also has it going on too with like all the different mechanics behind it.
Yeah.
But I'm like a sucker for the story too, bro. As a kid, I loved Disney.
I really love the story, but 3, I'm not gonna lie, kind of dropped the ball a bit, except for the very last bit, because it was like, the very first 3/4 of the game is like, what the fuck am I doing in all these Disney worlds? And then at the very last part of the game, they just dump you with all this crazy shit. I'm like, damn, bro, if this game paced itself properly, it would have been like great, like really. I like Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's just the pacing was kind of off.
I completely agree, man. It was those last 2.5 hours.
Exactly.
They just dump shit on you. They just and like if you got spoilers, like it's too late. Here's your chance. So, anyways, like they keep muted and all that shit. It just starts popping off, and it's like okay, dope. And then you get through everything. The DLC was dope.
Oh, I
liked it.
The DLC, but I've been meaning to get into that.
It was cool. It really like ties some stuff up, makes it feel more meaty. But like, most of it was just like, I'm gonna run through all these worlds. I'm gonna meet all these Disney characters, Pixar characters. Cool. Now I'm gonna get to the story. But yeah. But for me, I'm a sucker for all that like like coded was like an entire game of no relevant story except for the very ending, and I think it was like a secret ending. So it's just like, and I'll play through that shit, you know, just to get that little bit. That's how much I love that game's like lore and story. But yeah, okay, I won't bore you anymore with this, James.
Quickly, top 3 games of all time. Just name it. You don't need to explain.
In
Just
any
name
order,
it?
it doesn't matter.
Bloodborne, Kingdom Hearts 2, and oh man. Probably Pokemon Heart Gold. Or sorry, just Pokemon like the original Pokemon Gold, but like Pokemon Heart Gold. I had to throw Pokemon in there to get like a good spread.
My
but, like,
language. All right.
Yo, Bloodborne, but like I gotta like honorable mentions, man. Like Final Fantasy 9. That's even rival with like fucking with Pokemon and Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that. Like Final Fantasy games are my shit too.
Yeah, I love Final Fantasy games.
But yo, Bloodborne, that is Bloodborne and Kingdom Hearts. Those two. There isn't even a top 3, bro. Just those two.
Everything else is just underneath. Oh shit.
I agree.
Yeah. How about you guys? I know, like James, like, do you play like more FPS and stuff like that?
No, not even. Oh, no.
Anything.
Okay, let me see. Because all my games is gonna be the N64 games.
No, that was cool,
like,
man. Like GoldenEye, Mario, Star Fox.
Oh, it might have to be Star Fox.
I gotta say Majora's Mask. That's like 1, 2, 3. Majora's Mask, Bloodborne,
I don't know
and Kingdom Hearts.
I never played those games. I never played like that, like a Zelda game or like a story game like that. You know what I mean? I don't know why.
Damn. No, and that's
never,
okay,
like,
man. It's not everyone's it's not
it's
everyone's
not even that's
taste,
not my
but like
thing. It's not my thing.
you're sleeping on Zelda though, man.
Oh
like
god,
Ocarina of Time, even the remake, Majora's Mask is so dark, and then like Twilight Princess is fuck, dude.
I want to get the what's the one that's for what's the new one? What's the new one called? Breath of the Wild. I want to get that.
That was really good, yo.
Yes, man.
Yeah,
yo, my wife actually started like clearing that, and she like, you know, she doesn't really play games at all. Like it's her first open world. And then, like, halfway through, she's, like, out fighting these, like, super special enemies, these, like, lions that are sick. And I walk in one day, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? She's just, I'm fighting this. And I'm like, holy shit, roles reversed right here. This is crazy. Right?
You have to do the dishes!
Oh my
Just socks away!
But yeah, no, Breath of the Wild, dude, like, 100% recommend. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just on my list. Like I just haven't. I don't have the funds right now. I'm on Bboy. I'm on Bboy pockets right now. Like, you know, your pockets are outside. That's me. But yeah, that's like for sure on my list. Like I'm a sucker for Nintendo. Like I'm a Nintendo dick rider for sure. Let me think. Like what are my PlayStation games? Like it's like weird games. Like I used to play like PlayStation 2, like Downhill Domination. This is like this
Downhill Domination.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's my.
I love that game.
Shit, man.
Oh my.
Downhill Domination. Oh my god.
You hit me with a fucking stick.
I love that fucking game. I completely forgot about that game, yo.
Yo, that game, like just memories. Oh fuck. What else? I don't remember. Where were you, Eric?
I think for sure Final Fantasy X, like that just pops in my head. That shit made me cry, bro. That's a sick story. I love that.
Yo, Final Fantasy X, that was at like the end there. Like holy fuck, man. Like yeah, yo, you're dead, bro. Don't even worry about it.
Final Fantasy X. I have to say Black Ops only because what it meant to me, bro. Yo, when I played Black Ops, that was when everyone was playing COD, bro. And I was
yo, it's a special thing, man.
Yeah, I'm not. Yo, bro, I was the top dog in my school at Black Ops, bro. My KD was fucking 6, bro. Every time I died, bro, I got so fucking pissed, bro. It's like, yo, that game made me break 3 PS3 controllers, bro. Like, every time I died before I got, like, a chopper, bro,
yo,
boom, like that. And then I'm like, fuck.
That's like $150, man, at that time.
Bad memories, but also good ones too, because yo, I remember that shit meant a lot to me in Black Ops. I have to put it just because of that, because of how much it meant.
And then like, what do you even do? Like the controller's broken, and you're like, well, I guess you gotta head to the store. Like, it's so defeating, man.
I'm just like, fuck, yo. And then I take a day break or whatever. But then my uncle works at works at some contractor to Sony, so he has like a bunch of shit.
Oh,
give.
shit.
Oh shit,
Yo,
that's
his-
dope, man.
His
You know,
uncle.
I don't know if he still works there, but I know at that time whatever he did, so I was getting blessed.
I know you were probably like, my uncle works at Sony. You're banned. I'm gonna get you banned.
I think I see.
420 solos. You're banned.
True.
Yo, Hassan still does break.
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah,
just
yeah.
like
I was
he's
gonna
just
say,
doing his own thing right now. He's just
assassin.
he's grinding. He's grinding right now. But yeah, he still breaks. He's doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
Everybody still breaks. It's just like that pandemic vibe, you know,
Yeah.
where it's
Mm-hmm.
you never really know
all
what's going
fun,
on
bro.
unless they're posting, and it's just like not a lot of people want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I
100%.
guess before we go to Bobby's question, because that is actually a good question. So what's Kybalion up to now, and like how do you foresee the future for it? Like, are you guys gonna battle more or anything like that in the future, or?
Yeah, I've actually received some fantastic news that I can do some traveling outside of Canada and all that. So me and Tafira and all them are planning to really, like, I talked to Fi about it, but like really planning to get out there. Like it'll be like the first time that I can take my breaking outside of Canada. So I'm super ready to like I have no idea, man. Like I've done all of this breaking without leaving Canada, and I'm just like, what kind of world is out there for breaking? What is Japan? Like what is, you know, like Switzerland or like fucking like what is like New Zealand like that's what I really like, these places that you wouldn't really want to, or like really think that like there's a community there and stuff like that, but I want to see like, because when I think of that I think Winnipeg, because Winnipeg is a lot of that vibe. Not a lot of people, but like everybody is so unique because we're such a tight-knit community, right? Like everybody knows how everybody moves, but everybody at the same time wants that pursuit of being different, being uniquely you, because at the very least that's the easiest thing to do, is just be yourself at the end of the day when it comes to that. So, you know, finding those smaller communities is where you find those gems, where those people that are making like the most random movements, and you're like, man, you're breaking my brain every time you touch the floor. I was wondering if we could like play with some movements together or something like that, or like figure it out, you know. But I'm also excited about, like, you know, Toronto is obviously the only biggest place that I've ever been. Like 40 b-boys out of practice, bro, that's basically a jam for me. Like set up 2 different brackets, a 2-on-2 and a 1-on-1, man. Like, fuck, man, you guys are spoiled when it comes to that. That's crazy.
In the GTA, yo.
Dude, when you go to Japan, you're gonna get claustrophobic, bro. You're gonna be like,
well, I'm gonna be moving to Toronto June, like this time next year. It was supposed to be June 1st this year, but just with everything going on, you know, my wife and I wanted to get double vaccinated and all that, so we're gonna be doing that. But I'll be coming to you guys, so it'll be a huge change. I'll you know, go from very few people at practice to 40 people at practice, and that at first may be overwhelming, but you know, it'll be a really fantastic change. Like I think it'll be really good in terms of growth and stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's a good segue to this topic, yo. So who do you want to exhibition battle from Toronto, or who would you want to have a battle against
in Canada?
And I don't know, I'm the kind of guy that isn't picky. I would battle anyone, right? Like I'd battle you, James, I'd battle you, Eric, you know, I'd battle Mark, I'd battle Toby, I'd battle Jeff, I'd battle Switch. I'll battle anyone that wants to battle. Like I look at it as like trading rounds and sparring and stuff. There's always something to learn, and in that process, if I can find out that like, hey, you know, my stuff is able to kind of hang with that or reply properly, that helps me kind of like take in information for myself to see where I'm at and how I'm growing. But like, man, like I've never been picky with like trying to pick people that are in my skill level or stuff like that. Like a battle's a battle, and like trading blows is trading blows. You know, there's always something there, and that's especially what I've learned in Winnipeg. You know, there's always an opportunity. There's always something to share. So it's always, man, I fucking love trading rounds. Okay, it is so dope. Like, I can't express that enough, and I guess I'm just getting a little into it now, because, like, it's been so long with COVID and everything. It's like, in these online things, nothing cuts it. Like, how do you communicate energy through a stream like that? Like, it gets tough, you know, and And I feel like I'm that kind of guy where it's like it's a lot of energy and it gets tough, you know, and especially like, and you start things like 30 FPS versus 60 FPS versus like color correcting, right? And you're just like, man, I just want to film this and submit it. I'm done. I don't care.
Troubles gave the best advice for like online battling.
He did, yeah. You know, and there's a lot of different people giving tips about that, and it's interesting how that's kind of created this new like thing where it's like
genre.
Yeah, like this niche of just like, hey, this is how you're gonna do this, or here's some tips of how to make your videos better, more clear, like aesthetics and stuff.
Adapt,
you know,
bro. You gotta adapt to the situation, yo.
Yeah.
Speaking of,
did you hear? Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, shout out to Tiff. She made it to top 8 in Red Bull BC1. Let's go, yo. We got our Canadian
Yes, that's very exciting. I'm so very proud of her.
She wins,
it's so fantastic to see that.
That'd be sick, man. Put Canada on the map, baby.
Yes, for sure. Especially Toronto there. I mean, you guys have so many folks already that are doing that, capable of doing that and all that. But to see her out there really, you know, doing her thing, that's awesome, man. Like, that's inspirational to see, especially during this time where there isn't anything going on, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's hope. That's our hope.
Yeah.
The great North Hope.
Sorry, Austin. You guys did your thing, but now there's only one. Hopefully it's done. Let's go.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, Trouble's advice for online battling: it's don't.
Yeah, and I've learned that now, so we won't do that.
True.
Nah, you did your thing, bro.
True. So
yeah, that was a good time. It was fun to contribute.
We were upset. We're like, yo, this guy should have made it. This guy didn't make it. What the fuck? Like, how the hell?
Good time.
It is what it is.
Yeah, for sure, man.
True. So I guess in terms of the breaking topic, yo, who are your inspirations in the world, yo, in breaking?
In the world,
breaking.
Probably like my own crew. Like, it always sticks out to me one day. Like, man, I can't remember if it was in the Yukon or if it was some other time, but I feel like it was in the Yukon when I was there for an event that had happened. But it was the first time I'm pretty sure I had met Switch, and Switch was talking about like, you know, I'm not too sure how it led up to the conversation, but it basically what he said was like, you know, he really feels his own movements. Like, he feels his own shit. Like, at the end of the day, he looks at his shit and he's just like, I'm fucking, like, I'm dope. Like, my moves are dope. And since hearing that, I've always carried that with me, right? You know, and I try to like look at my own stuff like that, you know, try to have that kind of confidence. And I think that, sorry, wait, what was the question?
Oh no,
it's spaced out.
Yeah, just who
sorry. For some reason, I started thinking about Tafia or Kybalion and Tafia and them. But yeah, so like when Switch said that, like that is definitely like an inspiration of mine that has always stuck with me and continues to stick with me, and you know, has helped me feel more confident about what I'm doing and who I am, because like a lot of the shit that I do is weird. Like, I have a lot of like strange movements and stuff, some stuff that I don't quite share in battle because I'm not too sure of like the response, because you know, you try to be strategic at the same time, but sometimes now especially I'm just like, I'm really getting that bucket. I don't care. I'm going to go out there and just be me. And like, if they're not feeling it, that's fine. I have this whole cipher to like go off and like to engage with people and to have people feel curious about what I'm doing, and then being able to reciprocate that. You know, so with Switch saying that all that time back then, you know, I really do want to say like Switch is an inspiration there, because that's really always stuck with me. And like, feel your own shit, right? Like, at the end of the day, like, don't be like hard on yourself about what you're doing. Yeah. Be like, my moves are whack, or like what I'm doing is whack. Like, fucking man, just like hold it down. Like,
love what you do what you love, dog.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, if you believe in yourself in that move, if you believe that move is dope, it'll be dope.
Right, and like, you know, there's obviously the other side to it, like properly being able to communicate a movement, the energy, the intention that you're looking for, right? Like, those all come into play when it comes into like refining a move, you know, and that kind of stuff, or making it quote unquote battle ready. But yeah, that's always kind of stuck with me. And then obviously Tafia, like Tafia is a huge part of my journey, right? Like him and I are, you know, best described as two sides of the same coin, right? And you know, without his like, you know, help along the way and like being able to bounce ideas off of and work with and kind of like grow together, oh man, I definitely wouldn't be the dancer that I am today.
Same with
or
me,
anything
bro.
like
Yo,
that.
Fire definitely huge inspiration as mine, yo. If it wasn't for the fire, I wouldn't have learned Halos, dog. So,
Yeah,
you already know how much that
Fire,
means, yo. You already know how much that means just from that. Fire's
and Tafaya has that thing where he's able to, everyone he engages with, he's able to connect with them and, you know, help them grow if it, you know, is that sort of topic, I guess. Like if someone engages him like that, if he's there to teach something or along those lines, like you always learn something from that guy. And I find whenever I'm around Tafaya, you know, I'm always on my best behavior, right? He's the kind of
exactly,
he's the kind of guy that makes you want to be your best self. And like, you know, like that's one of like my best men right there, you know, and to have someone like that in my life is super crucial to my growth, as not just as like breaking, but as a person too. So, you know, definitely Tafaya, and then the rest of the Kybalion as well. Like, you know, those guys are some of the guys that I feel like I can be vulnerable with and, you know, do weird shit at practice and like really go off and stuff like that.
Charles,
you know, like,
bro, I know my boy Charles.
right? And like speaking more to what you said, James, about like not feeling, you know, comfortable about like where, you know, being in the same, maybe comfortable is not the right word, but like, you know, being picky, or all right, then being comfortable and being more
for me.
Yeah, and being more picky about like who's seeing your stuff, where you want to grow, how you're growing, what you're taking in. That's a huge thing for me, like what kind of information I take in. So, you know, oftentimes when I go to practice, I just like shuffle off to the side and I'll say hi to everyone and you know, do my due diligence there. And then set off to the corner, stretch and get my thing going on. But I really am trying to like limit the information I take in, because I try to just like develop my own stuff without having too many influences. So I'm very picky about like who I kind of like connect with and engage with like that. And that's just me in my pursuit of wanting to like be uniquely me, right? Like that's why I don't really watch a lot of breaking videos.
Yeah, same,
really,
same.
Yeah, you know, I don't really do any of that. Like I keep up with like the, you know, like the podcast videos, and I keep up with like the
shout out
like breaking videos, like the Skillz or the UBL live stream, or not live stream, but like the episodes that just passed. Like, and shout outs to Jeff, man. Jeff has been a huge contributor to my progress as well, like taking me out to Toronto and stuff. Yeah, Jeff Reyes. Yeah, like
shout out Jeff Reyes, bro.
For UBL and all that stuff. Like, man, that guy still brought me to one of the jams where I danced in the coolest places. It was that Canada Day where we all battled on like that square in the water.
Yes, oh my God. I wasn't there that day. I was in there. It
was hot, but it was crazy.
Was
like
Nathan Phillip?
Walking out, it was basically like a catwalk, man. And then all these people. Yeah. I was just like,
that is a very Only a fucking an engineer can pull those strings, bro. Like, how do you think of that? Like, oh, no, we're gonna have a sit on the water, son.
It was crazy, man. And like the work he puts in, and the rest of his team, with like Flex and his brother Glenn and all that, and everyone that's a part of that. They're like
both of them too. Shout out, both of them. My bad, I cut you off. But nice.
No worries. Yeah, no, 100%. Like
both of them, fucking.
Yeah, and their professionalism as well is like so good. And anytime I've ever interacted with them on a personal and professional level, it's always been lit. Like, man, Jeff took me to my fucking my first Blue Jays game.
Oh, really?
It was like him, some of his family and his friends and stuff. And it was just like when I just came in, right? My first Blue Jays game, and I was just like, whoa, like low key, like, holy fuck, this is my first Blue Jays game. Like, what the fuck? And like, I wasn't really like saying too much about that. And then, man, I guess it was their first rookie. I think his name's Vladdy or something like that.
Yeah, Vladimir Guerrero. His dad is so fucking killer. He's nasty, like, and this kid is nasty.
Bro, it was it was like the last time anyone was going up, and he hit the fucking home run, bro, and it was the most electric energy I've ever felt in a stadium in my entire life. Bro, I was screaming so fucking loud. it was insane. Like, and that just like set the trip for me, right? Like it was dope. So like, yeah, but shout outs to Jeff and all those guys. Super dope and flexing them.
Get the mind of a promoter.
Yeah, the sign out on like that on the Jays and stuff. Like, if I don't know about, maybe it's like something with the stadium, or I haven't been to other stadiums, but when someone like hits the ball, it's like a lag. So you see it get hit, but then like if you're up like, in the back, it's like what? Like what the fuck?
Dude, it was crazy. When
crazy.
He hit it, it was like a crack. Like it's like not even like that normal. Yeah, like lightning. Like, man. And then hearing everyone explode, it was like, oof. It was the perfect momentum for. Fuck, I'm trying to remember what jam that was. I think that was when I was with Omen and Ash.
Rock Harder
for 5150. But yeah, man, crazy times, man. Can't believe that happened. Like the statistics of that, I'm just like the moment, you know. I'm like, damn, so happy I got to experience that.
That's the shit about traveling, is like when you just show up and you just like, oh yeah, we just happened to go to a fucking baseball. Yeah. We just happened to do this thing, and it's like, okay,
you know, James, funny you say that. Yeah, it's funny you say that because like that whole trip, it had a different plan to it. Like, we were supposed to join with Flexum there, me and Ash, but you know, an emergency had happened and Flexum couldn't come at that moment. So, you know, me and Ash just went out there just with our intentions to just like have a good time and chill out and stuff. So it very much was just like, you know, freestyling everything. Like I went, you know, after that, after like the Blue Jays game and stuff, like the next day I went to I guess like the aquarium that you guys have by myself and just like checking shit out. Like it was such a freestyle like trip, man. And then I got to battle with Ash and Omen, and I was just like Complex and
That's
Omen.
Crazy.
And I was
Complex
like,
and Omen?
Yeah, Ash.
Yeah, man. And it was such a vibe, man.
I'm looking this up.
Hold on. It was a rock harder, I believe. We entered as 5150. Man, we lost to Fam. We got a tiebreaker against Twitch, Jeff, and Toby. And then we lost to them though. But it was so dope, man. Like it was so free flowing that whole entire jam, you know. And it would have been awesome if Flexum could have came out and all that stuff too. But you know, I was really still happy with the way that it turned out and all that kind of stuff.
Damn, I didn't even watch this. That's crazy.
Or you guys see it there?
No, because like Omen's like one of my favorite b-boys too. He's like,
dude.
I like to hide my favorite b-boys. I like to hide them in and just like before everyone knew about Stripes. Like Stripes was my fucking boy. I was like, oh, this guy's sick as shit.
I think I can put the link
no one
in the chat without ruining this live stream.
What's 51?
If I do, I'm sorry.
Damn, that's
no, I'm gonna mess it up. Just do sick, bro. 50, 5150 in the fam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, like, and it was my first time meeting like Complex or Ash and Anthony or Omen and such really nice dudes, like super awesome, and they were just, you know, more than happy to have a good time and do some rounds and stuff, and then Omen did the I believe like the Bonnie and Clyde battle that they had, so like
he won that,
Bboy. I can't recall. At that point, I was super trash. Yeah.
How did that get hooked up? Like, how did you three just like become a fucking team? How the hell that happen?
So like, so me and Ash just ended up there. Like, it was supposed to be me, Complex, and Flexum, but again, like Flexum couldn't make it through. So then me and Ash just went there, just with our intention to, again, just like have a good time, chill out, cypher. Maybe we would join as like 2-on-2, or sorry, just like two people with a handicap. But and then we got to the event, and he's just like, oh yeah, like my boy Omen, he's I just texted him, he's in town, he said he's down. And I was like, Omen, that name sounds familiar. And then I was just like, let me check Instagram. And then I saw, I was just like, holy fuck, man, Omen from Supreme Beings. And then like I had a little moment to myself, and I was just like, yo, Winston, man, just play it cool, bro. and then yeah, he came through, and then it was a great time. You know, we battled, hung out, and yeah, you know, that was pretty much it. But like, man, we made rounds. It was great, man. And I never get to battle Switch or Toby or Jeff or any of them, and you know, they've been so integrated with like Dangerous Goods, with like Wintour and stuff. You know, they've come to Winnipeg a few times. They've seen me since I was like fucking like 16, 17. So anytime that I get to like link up with those guys and battle them, or, you know, because there's such a big gap from when I see them to, you know, all that stuff. You know, it's always a great opportunity. And you see how excited I am in that battle, right? Like
Oh yeah,
I think at one
I can
point
see you
I'm
going back
talking
and forth. The hands. I can see the
Yeah.
hands going.
like it was awesome, and like
Yeah.
always a
right
great
now
time.
That's sick.
I'm in switches round right now, and I just see your hands just like.
You're ready to.
You're like this, like you're kind of burning, but you're like side to side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See me going
Yeah,
off there, man. You see me doing tons of stuff to the side. Like a lot of the time, like in one-on-ones, I'll pace back and forth, and I do that because sometimes it like distracts an opponent. You know, it's as soon as you kind of like, even if I can take 10 to 15% of your attention, or even less than that, that's like attention that you're not spending on your movement, right? So just kind of tactics. I try it, like when I was a lot younger, I would like talk a lot of shit, but that's kind of like a Winnipeg thing. I try not to do that as much anymore.
There's many ways
I like
to distract an
good
opponent.
like, you know, good trading blows, like good, honest, you know, skill set based battles. I really love those, but I still like to throw some of those strategies in there to kind of like throw some people off. And if I'm battling a friend, like my one weakness, man, if you make me laugh, that's it, bro. That's it. Like my buddy Farzan made me laugh in a prelim one time, like as I was about to hit an air chair, and I just did not stick it, bro. Like it was just the most pathetic air chair ever. It was so bad. But after I was just like, fuck, man, you made me laugh. I looked at you and you smiled, and that was it.
Farzan, you know what always makes me laugh whenever I'm like battling someone, I'm standing there, whenever they make eye contact doing footwork, I don't know why, but I'm like, don't make eye contact, bro.
It's too intimate.
Don't look me in the eye. Yeah, don't look me in the eye while I'm doing this.
That's too funny, man. Oh my god.
Oh fuck! I just
Yeah,
realized,
that-
bro. You guys couldn't hear me this whole time.
Oh, you were talking?
Oh,
No,
you're here?
Oh, were you on mute?
I was just making comment, you know, because of the mic. But thanks to Bobby, he knew. What's up.
This guy. It still can't
Oh
hear
yeah,
us.
Bobby in the chat got you.
Wait,
Oh no,
Eric.
you
Eric,
muted
say
again,
something?
bro.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We can talk shit
Yeah,
about
you're
it.
good
Oh,
now. Yeah, we can see when you mute your little LED goes on.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, it goes red.
Shit, that's
Yo,
it.
Eric, what kind of graphics card do you have, bro?
Fucking shitty 1060, bro.
Oh shit, bro, sick.
It gets the job done.
No, for sure, man. 1060 will get you running some good 1080p right there, bro.
Yeah,
That's good stuff.
Nowadays it's tough to buy like a good graphics card, yo.
Yeah, it's all chip shortage plus like, you know, just popularity and all that.
Mm-hmm. Wait, testing. My mic's still bad, Bobby.
Yeah, you're good.
I think because
Oh.
I'm using two different mics, so I don't know like what the stream hears or whatever.
Oh, shit.
But whatever, it
Oh.
doesn't matter. So I guess we'll go to this topic, bro. So your tattoos, man. Yo.
Oh, my
Yeah.
tattoos.
Those, yo. Like I've
Is it just
been
the
looking at
arms?
it the whole time.
Uh,
You have to explain.
yeah, I got
Tell
my,
us
I
about
got
it.
both my arms,
You got-
and I got my one leg done. It's just like a sock right now, so it just goes up to like half my knee,
Mhm.
and then like I was talking with my artist, and like the plan was to do my other leg, right? It'll be mirrored colors. And then he's like, but I don't know, man. We could go up your leg and make it like a full sleeve. And now I got that in my head. So I think I'm going to just go like up my leg and then like connect in my ribs and then get my other guy to go from my ribs up to my arms or like through my chest up to my arms. But I got this
Oh,
fire piece
Okay.
here.
nice.
So I got to work with that somehow.
Mhm.
But like, so I got this one on my arms here. So it's like a foo dog.
Oh, that's
And then it goes up. And then it goes up into the
Holy
fox.
shit, those are some intense tattoos. Yeah, that's sick.
Right. And
How long
then,
did that take to do?
and then I got the lantern here with fire on the inside. It's kind of hard to see.
Jeez.
But then it goes into like this Oni monk. Yeah.
shit.
Those are some crazy pieces, yo. Holy shit. That's
And then I got one on my leg, but I gotta take my pants off, and I'm not gonna do that. You gotta pay
Hell
for
yeah,
the
let's go!
Yeah, only-
gotta pay
OnlyFans,
for the OnlyFans
OnlyFans.
subscription for that one, man.
Yeah, that's, yo,
Say.
speaking of OnlyFans, Patreon's only $1. You can see Ifrit's legs with his pants off. That's the type of service you get at our Patreon.
Exclusive.
All the
You want to see
Yeah, we
all
get
these tattoos?
Bam.
Yeah, one day. Is the ending goal? Is it just to be fully just those fully tatted people you see on like Snapchat stories of like the whole body,
like-
head, everything?
I still lead a very corporate life, like outside of break, that kind of stuff. Like I have a very, very corporate job. Although my boss has like full sleeves and
Oh,
like
really?
hand tattoos, you know,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he's super comfortable with it. And like, I don't think he really gets like a bad rap at work or anything in terms of that. Like he had them when we were still working at home, or sorry, working at work. But now that we're working at home, you know, my entire workplace hasn't seen my arms at all. And I don't think they ever will. Like I don't really want to flex that on them. But you know,
So
I
these
do
are new.
lead still a bit of a corporate life. Yeah, these are just this year and last year. So like these are COVID tattoos. Yeah, COVID sleeves.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, how did
It's
you
like-
change during the pandemic?
Yeah, right?
You know?
Oh man, Jesus. You know, with the pandemic around and not being able to train as much, I've always wanted sleeves and like, you know, tattoos and stuff. It's always been a big thing that I've wanted, and I had these goals actually set out for myself that if I did complete them, you know, each tattoo would represent that goal.
Mhm.
So with the 3 right now, I completed 3 of them and I just got 1 more left. But you know, what better time to get tattoos than during a pandemic in terms of like not having that availability to break, a lot of downtime, like, and taking advantage of the fact that a lot of other people have downtime as well. You know, there are still those folks, you know, like you guys yourselves out there still breaking and going off and stuff. But like, you know, there are also a lot of other people that aren't taking that opportunity to like train and do all that. So I'm just kind of like sitting on the fence and I'm like, well, you know, I do have the opportunity to train and go off, but I also really want these fucking dope tattoos, so I'm gonna take this opportunity.
Hey, it's worth it. It'll make your breaking look cooler. Like when people
Yeah,
have like straps on the pants and stuff, like it's gonna help.
It looks trippy on footage. I haven't taken too much since I got them because I haven't been able to break that much. But what I have, like, I think I have that one video on my Instagram where you can see my leg, and I'm like, man, like that really brings some fucking color to it, bro. Like I was super surprised. Like, man, actually, like when I look in the mirror, you know, if I catch myself at the mall or like just like in a window or even after a shower or some shit, I have like at the gym, I have like a split second of disassociation because I'm not used to seeing it, right? And like I don't realize, and I'm just like, oh, that's me. Like, what the fuck? Like, oh shit. You know, it's super trippy, you know, but definitely getting used to them. But I kind of shotgun both of them. I got I think he asked how long they took. So like my my left arm was 3 sessions, and it was 8 hours, 8 hours, and then 6 hours.
Damn, that's
And then my right arm's actually a cover up. I used to have this Ifrit tattoo, but I just wasn't feeling it, you know. And then at the same time, the artist that I was talking to, his communication was really hard, and you know, I kind of felt like I was chasing him to take my money, and at the end of the day, like I shouldn't be chasing anyone to take my cash. Like I got it for you waiting, you know. So I found someone else, you know, the guy that did my my left arm. And then I was like, at first I asked him, and he's like, no, you know, I'm not really down to do that. You know, I'd rather do it on your other arm. And I just took the opportunity because I loved his work. And then he finished my left arm, and I was just like, so man, you want to maybe do my right arm? He's like, yeah, all right, I'll do your right arm. So this one's a cover up though. So like Ifrit used to be like right here, but like you can't even see it anymore. You can't even hold on. Let me put like Wikipedia.
Is it like the Final Fantasy sprite of it, or is it like
Yeah, it was the Final Fantasy VII remake. So like he was right here. And he was pretty big, but it's totally covered up. But he went over this 4 times already. So this has been 3 sessions, and I still have one more, probably like 6 hours to go. But then like after that, it's a free touch-up session that we can do. So, but I guess to get to the point, my right arm is actually so far it's 8, 8, and 8 so far, right? Because he's had to go over this part so many times already. And he takes his time with the colors and all that kind of stuff, and you know, we chatting up and all that. But yeah, it's definitely been a really good process though. Like these artists that I got, you know, aside from this one time, which was completely my fault, I walked into the tattoo session having, you know, ran like 2 10Ks, 1 5K that week, and practicing. Like I was not fit. Like I was no energy, bro. Right. So I went there, I got it done, and then my healing process it was terrible because my body was so shot. I thought I had COVID. Thankfully I didn't. And it was just so taxed because I did like an 8-hour session, my usual, right? And then I went in there the next time and I was just like, yo, like, I was talking to my artist saying like, hey, this time, man, I didn't dance, I didn't run, I ate so much fucking food, man, and I got 8 hours of sleep every day, healed in 7 days, like, fucking nothing, dude. And I usually heal super fast, right? But I'm gonna be going to Vancouver July 1st to go just to go train with my boy Vince. He lives in Saskatoon, but we're just gonna go there to link up with some raw mind guys and stuff, and just to practice and all that. So I'm not getting my right arm finished until September, but I'm gonna get it done, and then yeah, the plan is definitely to probably do like a full bodysuit, man.
Damn, son.
Like I was saying, I gotta keep it corporate. I'm sorry to like take forever to get to that. You know, I rambling on a little, but you know, I lead a bit of a corporate life, so I have to be like, you know, I got this. I don't know if you guys can see. I got this.
I saw a little here.
I got like a
just
Majora's
take it all
Mask
off, bro.
tattoo,
Oh shit!
You know, on my neck. It's a Majora's Mask tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, like that in itself gets a little dicey with collars and stuff. Like I gotta find one that pops up enough to cover it. So at work, I gotta cover them all up, but it's gonna be like full body ribs, up my thighs, down to my legs. I'm gonna do like 2 traditional Oni masks on my legs, 2 like opposite colors, and then on my right leg right now, it's a koi dragon that's red, kind of like loosely inspired by Magikarp, but it's traditional style. Yeah. And then the other style, and then the other leg is going to be a blue one, and it's got my one leg has blue maple leaves, and then the other one will have red maple leaves. So just like, you know, it all kind of like ties into some stuff. It's traditional as well, but like I played a fuck ton of Maplestory when I was younger, so the maple leaves is like a cool little like, you know, I look at it and I'm just like, fucking my entire childhood wasted.
Nice, yeah, that's nice.
At least it's not $600.
Yo, that's crazy. Yeah,
yo,
I remember I was looking
at least not $1,200, yo, or
yo.
Yo,
that's how do you even spend that much? Like, is that just skins and stuff? Like, is that pay to play at that point?
I didn't even know you can spend money in Maplestory.
Yeah, you can buy.
You buy an X cash.
You buy like the shit. You can actually sell shit to people automatically.
Or that.
I never played it.
It's just a bunch of shit that you can buy to kind of get more money in the game. Like, because what I bought in the game was like more functional rather than like aesthetics.
Yeah. I used to hack Maplestory a lot.
Oh,
it was great. And then I got IP banned, and then I
so
I moved, and then I could play it again.
Bobby asked.
I was a hermit. I was a hermit.
Hermit. Yeah, that's an expensive.
Yeah,
class.
I was a hermit. I also had a oh man. Geez, the one that fucking wizard that heals. Oh, fucking Cleric. How did I space on that? Jesus Christ, man. Man, I always remember this guy, Tiger. He was like at the top of the leaderboard, right? For the longest time, man.
The guy's a legend.
I always saw that, and I was just like, man, I wonder what it'd be like to be that guy.
Damn, son.
Some nerd shit, man.
That plays WoW.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no, for real, yeah.
You're typing typing in your name in on YouTube. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but there's another Ifrit out there.
A B-boy?
Is there another Ifrit?
Yeah, Bikini Ifrit with 1,000,035 subscribers.
What?
It's some woman. She only has 3 videos, and they're only taking like from last week, yesterday, and sometime today.
How the fuck she have 1.35 million?
How did you find that?
I just typed in Ifrit, and this is the first thing that came up. And I'm like,
is it that lady with the eye patch?
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, she got 2 eyes in her videos.
Yo, should I start rocking an eye patch now, guys? Is that the deal?
Yo, I think I gotta call this woman out, bro.
You'd be like, yo, Wow, she's got 39,000 on her first video. What is she even talking about? It's 9 minutes long.
I don't know.
Yo, bro,
It's weird.
Yo,
Like,
yo,
you can't
yo,
see.
Yo, if you type in Ifrit on YouTube, yo, you can see our live stream in the front page.
Yeah. That's dope.
Yeah. I don't know. This person's
man.
weird. It doesn't make sense. Like, how do you have 1.3 million subscribers and only 39,000 people have watched your video? And vlog one, and it's only been a week
Bot
ago.
shit, bro.
Yeah.
Bot shit.
Imagine
it's probably
buying a
botched,
million
man.
subscribers. Imagine buying a million subscribers.
Yeah, that's fucked, yo. All right, baby, we hit the 2-hour mark, yo. So James, yo, do you have any questions you want to ask our homie Ifrit?
No. come to Toronto. Let's talk this.
Yeah, man, for
maybe
sure.
The next time we'll be like, yo, what do your tattoos mean? I don't
We have
know.
a follow-up, yo. We have a follow-up episode.
Yeah, we'll have a follow-up session. We'll color in all the stuff that we missed in the
man,
podcast, the last
100%.
podcast. Yeah, yo.
All right, yo.
How about you, Eric? Got anything?
No, I think we're good. We hit the 2-hour mark. Yo, it's been a great podcast.
Yeah.
Time flew, baby. You already know, yo.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Baby.
100%.
Hey, great
Guys,
meeting
thank
you.
you so much for having me.
Yo,
I
of
really
course,
feel
bro, of
Yeah.
course.
feel great coming
Great
on
meeting
here.
you.
I love watching you guys. You know,
Yeah.
shout outs to all my crews and all that. Small plug at the
Yeah.
end, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Shout out
yeah,
to,
yo, shout out whoever you want, yo. Everyone in your mind, yo. Shout them out right now. That's the opportunity to do it. Shout out to any
Oh,
of your
man.
sponsors if you have any,
Yeah.
you know, all that good stuff.
Shout out.
Oh, man.
Life. Shout out to Zelda. Shout out to Maplestory. Final
100%.
Fantasy.
Shout out to all the games that made me. Persona. No, for real though. You know, shout out to all the people that I've grown with. You guys, you know, people that have really kind of looked out for me and had my back in terms of like support and like, you know, Jeff being one of them, flying me out and all that kind of stuff. You know,
It could be our next guest.
getting me
Jeff,
included more and all that. But yeah, shout out to Winnipeg, Toronto, like all of Canada, man. You know, everyone's
Yeah.
doing dope shit, especially during this pandemic. You can really see people that are loving it in terms of like, you know, love and break and still really pushing for that next level, regardless of things that are going on. So keep that going. You guys keep me moving because all I have is my 4th floor apartment and I am getting so many noise complaints. You have no idea.
Oh, shit.
So you guys just keep
Hey,
it
man.
going and it'll keep me going and like I'll eventually be out there with you guys training. So
Oh,
looking
100%,
forward
yo,
to it.
We're waiting for you to come back to Toronto. Then we're gonna be practicing all fucking day.
Yeah.
Baby.
Shout out
Let's
to
go.
Fire.
100%,
Hey,
man. Yo,
Rock.
yeah, shout out to Fire. Fucking shout out to
Free
Charles.
Rock, keep on rocking.
Shout out to Lulu.
Mhm.
Charles's cat. And there we go.
Respects, yo. All right, baby. That's the It's Just Breaking episode 30, the dirty 30, bro. We made it, man. It's been a long journey,
Yo.
but we made it to the to the 30 episode, yo. And this is
Perfect. Thanks
Hey.
you. Thank you for having me on such a solid number.
110%, bro. Our first guest from Manitoba,
Oh,
yo. We gotta have someone special for every.
Oh, I have one last thing to ask. Yo,
All right.
Eric,
Yeah.
where's Oh fuck! You already said it. I was gonna say what province is Winnipeg in, but fuck, you already
Fucking
said it.
Manitoba, bro. Yo,
Fucking
learn,
Manitoba.
bro. Yo, you make mistakes so you can learn, yo, and let's end it at that, yo.
I should have asked at the beginning. I knew it. I knew I should have asked at the beginning. You would have fucked it up. Alright, yo,
not only do I know, is Winnipeg the capital of Manitoba?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So I know, man. I know my shit, yo.
Oh
All right,
shit!
baby. Episode 30, yo. Let's go.
Later, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
Peace. All right, yo. I ended the. Oh shit, he dipped. LOL.